Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Big Finish Fans. This is 2024, our first Big Finish Fans of the year, our first live stream of the year. And I'm a bit lonely at the minute, but I need somebody with me, and that is Luke.
Yeah, I'm back again. Back for another
He's back.
year. You've renewed your friendship with me. Or I've renewed mine with you, whichever way round.
You've renewed your subscription so you can stay a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, by getting the big bundle for 2024, you're like, oh, all right, he's listening to the same stuff as me. You can stick around.
Yeah, he's got the early bird, you know. He got his voucher. So here we are. We're going to be talking a little bit about last year's Big Finish, talking about mainly what's coming up and throwing it out there to you in the chat, because I'm sure we'll do a little Q&A as well, because it feels like a long time since we've done one just us two, because normally we've got the wonderful Stephen Noonan with us, which I'm sure we can talk about that, because I think that's one of the highlights of last year for us, really.
Yeah, having him with us has been amazing, and long may it continue.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's enjoying it.
We're enjoying it. Yeah,
we're definitely enjoying it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you are all enjoying it as well in the chat. All the viewers, all the lurkers out there. But yeah, for now, it's just us two to have a bit more of a chill, laid-back stream, isn't it? And just catch up, really, because it's been a while since we last streamed just the two of us.
Yeah.
As a catch up with catch up with the viewers. I mean, catch up with you out there. Me and Ben have caught up with the habit. This is
pretty much every day, practically.
We don't just meet up to stream with Stephen Noonan and then disappear off. We
do our own
chat
things.
As well.
We do.
Yeah, just life, Big Finish, Doctor Who.
What have you been listening to? What have you been doing? What have you been listening to?
Oh, today I've been listening to Dalek Occupation of Winter.
Oh, same here.
You started it as well.
Started it last night.
Yeah. I mean, spoiler alert, we are going to do a review on that to tie in with the upcoming Fugitive of the Daleks. I mean, that's one of our projects for the year, I would say.
A goal, I'd say.
Yeah. A throwback review to tie in with each, box set that's coming up for the classic Doctors. We're just sticking to that as a rule for now, but that doesn't mean we won't do ones for other box sets as well. It's just, that's all like the series structure, I suppose, for these throwback reviews. So, for your first to 8 Doctors, all the ones that come in that bundle, hopefully we'll have a story that ties into it somehow to throw back to. And I mean, Big Finish has got such a huge back catalogue.
Yeah.
That there's always going to be something that relates. Dragon Pug says, great story.
It is. It is. Spoilers. Yeah, it's a great one.
Very solid. How far through are you?
I've done 2 episodes so far.
I've done 1 2/3 about.
Okay.
I've just got like about 10 minutes to go on episode 2 because they're chunky ones as well, aren't they?
Yeah, it's about 34 minutes, isn't it? Normally an episode, I think.
Yeah, but they use their time well.
Yeah.
Welcome to all of those of you in chat. Daniel Hager.
Welcome.
Hi, Ben and Luke and Stephen Noonan. Happy New Year to the 3 of you. Thank you, Daniel. Like we say,
thank you.
Sadly, Stephen is not with us tonight.
We'll send the regards on. We'll send that through the Vortex.
Or he'll be re-listening to this later, or maybe he's listening right now. You never know.
Never know.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll send that off to him nevertheless. Thank you, Daniel. I'm very much looking forward to the 3rd Doctor Big Finish audio, as the 3rd Doctor is my favourite era, and he is my favourite Doctor, as I have shown the 3rd Doctor era to my little nephew. Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, that's good. That's how you
Starting
do it.
Him off on the good stuff.
Yeah.
Well done. Hoover and Small Collector said it wouldn't be a live stream with Ben and Luke if they weren't late. Yeah, true. My fault this time.
It's probably a New Year's resolution where we're like, we should learn to time keep, but we get sidetracked talking to each other, and I'm like, oh, we should be live talking about this.
Yeah, I mean, we were only 5 minutes late this time, to be fair, and it was literally
good for us.
Turn up, quick, like 1 minute, how you doing, and then we were. It was like,
away.
Right, should we just go for it? Because, as we say, chill stream, so we don't need to do massive setup or anything or psych ourselves up. We're just having a little chill environment. Hopefully, you can all join in with that. Woot for live stream. Yes, indeed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we have been switching up and doing a lot more pre-records recently, haven't we? And that is something that is going to be the way going forward as well.
But these aren't going away at all.
No,
I think
still
do them.
Yeah, just not as regularly and ruthlessly as we did last year. For a good while, we were going one a week.
That was you. That was very much you going, we must do 51. We've got to do 51.
52.
52. Oh, right. Okay.
Because 51 would be a bit of an odd number.
True. But I was campaigning for the pre-records because I just think it's more accessible. I guess we've done a bit of a Big Finish relaunch. In the sense that we want to reach out to as many people as possible, and then when we do these live streams, we've got loads more new people joining us, which is what we want to do.
Yeah, because ultimately the way the content was before, when it was mostly all back-ended into the live streams, you'd have people who would come along later who want just a review of whatever story we were going to be talking about that particular week. Would have to skim through 2-3 hours worth of a live stream to get to the actual review itself. That's if they're not even put off by the fact that it's a 2-hour video when they just want a review so they know whether they should buy this release or not. And then on top of that, we've also got the Big Finish news that used to be rolled into I'm sure we'll talk about that still.
Yeah, we've got a bit of news together.
Yeah. But we're also doing that now in little pre-record videos. So if people want their news, they have it right there in a little 10, 15, 20, however much.
Probably 20 minutes.
That in its own video. And then just other random topics as well. I think those are often the most fun videos to do. Like when we talk about whether or not physical media was going away. I think that's been one of my favorite. Yeah. Little topics like that, little throwbacks like 10 years since the missing episodes came back. Stuff that just never really would make sense as a live stream topic. But it's just wonderful to nevertheless talk about stuff we have talked about before anyway. Sometimes live, sometimes off air, but stuff that's just good to get focused into a single video and then out there. And also, again, more accessible for people in future to see and click on rather than hunting through a live stream for. And this also, switching over to that allows these live streams like this one will hopefully be to be more focused on engaging with our friends in the chat, really.
That's our goal, hopefully.
The friendship is renewed to 2030, says Hoover Small Collection. Yeah, it's like the Doctor Who license at Big Finish, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's nearly a 10-year friendship, isn't it? I'd say, almost.
Yeah, it would.
Gotta be nearly
10 years of the Whovian High Council that we used to do, me, you, and a bunch of other friends of ours as well.
We're the last two standing.
Last two standing on YouTube. Although maybe one of them will be making a comeback.
That's going to be exciting.
If he's listening to this, unless he only listens to the Stephen Noonan ones,
which they said, I don't blame him.
So that'll be a throwback for anyone who has been following us since the very early days.
Yeah. Oh god, that'd be exciting.
What was the first one that we did with them?
Or
at least the first one that because I joined a bit later. Was it? Because it was certainly Series 8, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was definitely Series 8. Were you part of Remembrance versus Genesis?
Yes, I believe I was. Yeah.
Because you've been on Big Finish fans from day one. That's 9 years old now.
Wow. Early Big Finish fans. There you go. That narrows it down.
There we go.
Who might be joining us?
Yeah, there we go.
They're not backstage at the moment. This isn't a
no. We're not going to be surprised. Here they are.
This is something for a future. Just plans that are being discussed. All right, that should be a rather wonderful discussion that we have planned out there. I say planned out, literally just a topic to discuss, and then we'll probably go off the fly from there and just see where it takes us.
That's normally how we roll. So it's all good.
Hoover the Store Collector says, I've been listening to the Chaos Cascade today, finished it, and just finished Frostfire for my timeline marathon.
Oh, how was Chaos Cascade? Because I am kind of itching to pick it up.
You're a bit. Yeah, I heard a little bit of the podcast tease. I see what you mean about the first person narration.
Yeah.
From Rebecca Root as Tanya. Yeah, that's interesting stuff. But then, is it both Beth Chalmers and Dan Starkey who are doing the third person?
Yeah, they're doing third person. I think Tanya's only first.
Ah, okay.
So that's an interesting sort of mechanic.
Yeah, they do like to play about with the formula, don't they? With any of their ranges, really, they don't like to let things stagnate too much.
I think you've kind of got to sort of explore what you can do with an audiobook, really. I think it spices it up because we've had how many audio novels now? Like 8, 9?
7 technically in the range, but you've also got Terror of the Master.
Oh, yeah.
Which is pretty much an audio novel. Maybe an audio novella.
It's a proto.
It's half the length, but yeah. I mean, you're still listening to Box of Terrors, aren't you? That's your audio novel.
Which is really good. Which is really good. Yeah. It feels like a mishmash of celebrating 70s Doctor Who, but also sprinkling in a bit of Big Finish magic there with one of the villains in it, and the Rocket Men are in it, and yeah, it's very much encompassing Big Finish and 70s Doctor Who. It's a fascinating one.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, because I've got it, but I've not yet started it because
I think it's the biggest one.
Come out. Yeah, you said it's nearly 8 hours, isn't it? Or over?
I think it's just under 9 hours.
Wow.
It's a big one. It's like it's a mountain that you feel like you're getting through it, but you're not really.
Been also reviewing all the Doctor Who stuff on Twitter in a massive thread, said Whoview's Small Collection. Yeah, I've seen a couple of those. Yeah, as you go through the timeline of it all, very interesting stuff. I think, yeah, I know you did Time Meddler not too long ago. If I'm not mistaken, I think that might be the last one I saw. I hope you both had a great New Year, says Brian Smith. Thank you, Brian. Good to see you.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you all.
And incidentally,
yes.
The Hoover Small Collection also says, yeah, I've been trying to keep up with the pre-records. Some really fun stuff there. Thank you. We've been trying to keep up with them as well. We set dates for ourselves. And we're like, right, should we get this video out around here? Because it ties in with such and such anniversary or whatever. Sometimes we make it.
Sometimes we do, but we finish the series off this weekend. So that'd be nice to finally do that.
Yeah, on Wednesday we recorded season 26, our rankings of that, because we've done 24 and 25. We've been doing the whole 7th Doctor era. And so, yeah, it was going to come out, well, originally September, then November, then we pushed back to December. Now we're finally getting out in January. It's recorded now.
It's done. It's in the can.
That's our first record of 2024. Was it not quite our first video, though, because we did have 2 come out this week.
Yeah, we had the January releases and the news, I think. The 63 trilogy. Yeah, that's it. I can't keep up with it.
Yeah, there's so many different things we recorded. Some we got in the can for ages. Unless we record and it's out practically the next day. Always depends what it is. But yeah, I mean that's another thing we're changing going forward, or doing that's new series wise, is the this month from Big Finish. Looking ahead at what's coming out in the month. So that'll be, hopefully, if all goes to plan, out the first of every month, and we'll, just preview, chat about all what's upcoming for that month. Say what we're getting and what we're probably setting out on.
And I think it helps people who probably aren't like us, scouring every bit of Big Finish Twitter, going, that's when that's coming out. It's to help people probably budget and guide, going, hey, that's coming out, so if you want it, pick it up. And you've give your handy little tip on how to get cheap Big Finish.
Yeah, or slightly cheaper.
10%
off. Yeah, spend £50 or more on the website and they'll give you 10% off. And so usually, if you're getting regular new releases, particularly download only, because then if it's a physical and you wait until after it's come out, you have to pay the postage then, which balances out the 10%. So, whereas if you're going downloads, you wait for them to come out because it doesn't work with pre-order, and then you total up your whatever you want for that month or so into a £50 purchase, and you get 10% off.
There you go. There you go.
I've explained that in a very roundabout fashion, but got there in the end.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, I mean, you also have to look out for when prices go up, because otherwise, it's, again, not worth waiting if the thing you want to buy is going to go up in price soon. They always have that listed on the site as well. It'll say, this is exclusive to the Big Finish site and will go on general sale, blah, blah, blah. Usually, it's always at like the end of the month, start of the next month. It's never like a random date in the middle. Joe Bowers says, "Hi guys, Happy New Year! Happy New Year, Joe!
Happy New Year! Happy New Year!"
Listen to The Last Day last week, and would recommend listening to Dark Universe Verse as you'd be confused otherwise.
I would say,
and some other stuff. Oh yeah,
I would say Quantum Possibility Engine as well, because there was a moment in it when I was like, "Who's that character again?" And I was like, "Oh, it's that character from."
Yeah. Have you finished it?
I have.
I've still got parts 5 and 6 to go.
Okay. I won't say anything.
Okay.
It seems to be quite a interesting. It's gone down interestingly, I think.
Excited for part 2?
I am actually, because I think that's where we're gonna start to get a bit more action in it. I think part 1's very much laying down and setup, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's interestingly structured, because I wouldn't quite call it a 12-parter, because it's more like a 12-part series rather than serial, if that makes sense. It's not told in the same way that a lot of the 4-parters, 2-parters, or 6-parters are from Big Finish. This is more like, their box set series, like Stranded or, things like that. But instead of hour-long episodes, it's half-hour episodes. Each one sort of has its own plot of sorts, and often switches focus between characters as well.
Yeah.
Almost more anthology-like, really. I mean, that might change a bit going into part 2 as things start to come together a bit more. Evening, lads. This stream came out of nowhere, says Sam. A little bit. I mean, it's something we had planned for a while, but certainly didn't schedule it until fairly late. We've just been busy.
Yeah, I mean, we were going to do this in December, but
like our usual chill Christmas stream, isn't that? It's kind of chill New Year's-ish stream instead.
But Dalek Invasion of Earth came out, and we're like, "Hey, we've got to do this. We've got to do this."
Yeah, I mean, that was wonderful.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, go check that stream out if you haven't already. After this one, of course.
Check all the Stephen Noonan ones out there.
They're brilliant.
Incredibly fascinating.
Are you looking forward to the Battle of Giants Causeway? I can't get enough 8th Doctor stories, says Brian Smith.
He had a good year last year. Yeah, I'm very excited for that. And Cariz, who would have thought it? Everyone's excited for Cariz.
I think McGann had a good year the year before as well.
But yeah, I think he's the most consistent Doctor, I'd say. Of the stuff that I've listened to.
Yeah, and kicks off Sontarans versus Rutans as well, which is looking to be an exciting series. Chaos Cascade feels like a 12 Doctor Chronicles miniseries, I think, for the price. It's worth it, as it's basically a 6-part, 1 hour long each miniseries, so it's quite worth it.
Okay.
So each one has its own beginning, middle, and end of sorts. Then maybe a bit like Flux, I guess. Would you say?
Yeah,
in format, I guess. I'm listening to the Box of Terrors at the minute, and I'm on part 3, says Daniel Hager. How far through are you now?
I'm on part 5 at the minute.
Okay. You're nearing the ends.
Nearer the end.
Surely.
But the parts are incredibly chunky. So
it's about an hour and a half each.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like an hour and 36. We thought Scourge of the Cybermen was chunky, but no, this is new chunky.
Blows that one out of water. I mean, that's still so bloody brilliant.
I still think it's my favourite of the audio novels so far.
Have you given it a re-listen yet at all?
No.
I've done.
I'm scared to, because I'm like, I don't want to tamper that memory of. Yeah, I'm scared.
Yeah, I've got that with some Big Finish stories. Tanya gives her best performance of Beth Chalmers' Missy is almost on point, and Dan Starkey's 12 has improved. I suppose it just naturally will over time, isn't it? The more you practice it. Not that it was ever a bad one to start with.
No, Emancipation of the Daleks was brilliant. Even his Pilmaki was great, you know.
I mean, that wasn't his first time doing the 12th Doctor, I'm fairly sure.
He did a fair few for BBC Audio.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably why they chose him for that. And he's just a regular face at Big Finish anyway.
And plus, he's probably part of a 12th Doctor era, isn't he? With Strax and Deep Breath.
Yeah.
But technically fits.
The second face this face ever saw. Is it second? Yeah. It's certainly close to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Does the dinosaur count?
Well, there we go.
Luke Pietnik, thank you for joining us. Stephen definitely didn't mention it, but do check out Fugitive of the Daleks. Yeah, I think that slipped his mind.
Yeah, he's not mentioned it. Something about the 24th of January, something's coming out, what he's in. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, we are.
That little 10% off thing you mentioned, Luke, is so useful, especially with sales like the DWM one right now. No. It was in the DWM one.
It's like Ninth Doctor Chronicles. What else? I'm trying to remember. It's probably on the website, actually.
Is it on the... I thought it was just done through DWM.
Yeah, I think
like
it's
exclusive code thing.
Yeah, I think there's a few stories. I saw it the other day, actually. The little tab for it.
Hello, Stylish One. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Like, stop listening to the last day before it got good. Part 5 was my favourite part. Oh, Luke started. Sorry.
There we go.
I'll get you now. I will get back to it.
Okay.
Dalek occupation sort of took my fancy at that moment. I'm glad Second Doctor has a best-selling box set this year and was voted the second best Big Finish box set of the year in the polls. Oh, well done, James Robert McCrimmon. Same style as the biggest crime is it's still that they're only doing 1 second and 1 first set a year. Yeah, if it weren't getting, that many sales 2 years in a row, you think Second Doctor probably would benefit from 2 box sets a year,
especially with like a big ongoing arc they've got going on. I think
would help to keep that momentum going.
Yeah,
especially when it's only a 3-disc box set. It's like once you get into the arc, it stops again, and you have to wait a whole year for the next bit. Yeah. Been listening to Box of Terrors, and it's very good so far. My first audio novel.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, there's definitely some other ones to check out there. I mean, Scourge of the Cybermen, of course, because again, it's John Coleshaw. So, you've already got that familiar reader there, and it's just such a brilliant story.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best.
Possibly the best Cyberman story in any medium.
Oh, it is the best Cyberman story. I'll happily die on that hill.
Yeah. Well, you love to see it, Hoovian, and hopefully it leads to more. Not been listening. That was Stylish One, by the way. I read these and then realise I haven't actually read out the name. So sorry to anyone if I have read out your comment and not put your name with it. Stylish One also said, not been listening to a lot of Big Finish lately. Once a Future burnt me too much. I feel that.
Yeah, I think it was a logistical nightmare. And I think it had its moments where it was great, but I think overall, I can't say I was that satisfied by it.
No, not really.
Like, I enjoyed individual parts of it, but as an overall
invasion
story,
of 50 is a banger.
Yeah, it's definitely the best of the bunch.
Crystal Collection said, "Yeah, Box of Terrors is a beast." So I was hoping next year we get 2 sets for a 60s Doctor, or even just popping them up elsewhere, doing Broken Hearts with them.
Yeah, I was just going to say what
download
you
only,
wrote into the podcast about.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but that would have been after our most recent live stream, wouldn't it? So I think I talked about that though when the news of Broken Hearts came out. Yeah, I think I mentioned that as an idea. But yeah, basically I just wrote into the podcast, said to Nick, "Oi, you done this download only thing for the 11th Doctor. Why not do it for either first, second, or both Doctors as well to sort of, tide us over a bit with the waits between box sets?" I mean, that'd be wonderful. I mean, imagine with them doing one download only thing, it's got to have opened the door to them to do more at some point.
And
with
I think
Doctor or any.
Broken Hearts went down incredibly well.
It's a wonderful little bonus to have there. I mean, yeah, it's mad that we're almost at the end of 11th Doctor Chronicles now.
I know that's really sad because I think it's one of the best things that Big Finish are doing right now. Arguably one of the best series Big Finish have ever done.
But I think it's almost made better by the fact that it is a limited thing.
Oh, yeah.
That sort of helps to make it feel more special, give it impact. And ultimately, stories have to end for them to feel earned in a way, don't they? And yeah, certainly I imagine some tears will be shed before this particular one ends.
I mean, the last box set alone, that was... Whew.
Yeah, bleak.
Bleak, yeah.
Is that Big Finish article from a while ago going to be discussed, the one about the potential restrictions and cancelled box sets? I vaguely remember that. Isn't it like... But it's just rumours based on... Is it based on anything?
I don't know. I don't know whether because Big Finish have got to do probably an extra step for approval now.
But at the same time, I don't know whether it's an extra step though, because Russell seems far more involved with Big Finish. I mean, only recently I was listening to a certain story that had Mavity in it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's less restricting and more, actually getting involved in that sort of thing. Russell very much... I mean, Russell's always cared about Big Finish. Has done for a long time. I imagine there's going to be some restrictions placed there. Like there's always been, though. Because, when the new series came back, they weren't allowed to use the Master for a while. Like the Lost Stories was going to use them as Hollows of Time.
Yeah.
But they couldn't call that character the Master because of... Would it have been Sound of Drums at that point? Or was it a little bit later? Was that End of Time?
Ooh, I think it was 2009. I think
yes, would have been end
started.
Of time. Yes, that would have been an End of Time tie-in thing. But yeah, obviously since then, the floodgates have opened up a lot more. They got the new series license and everything. So I don't think there's going to be any restrictions, or at least anything that strict placed upon them.
Or the BBC are just very slow at approving things like Call Me Master and Fugitive Doctor, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly. Russell seems to be always coming back with notes as well for Big Finish.
Yeah, which I think's handy and helpful. I think, like for Jackie Tyler and Lady Christina thing, like it makes total sense. They wouldn't... It's not a small little village. There's got to be a reason why they're being put together.
Yeah, I don't think it's all gloom and doom at all there. I mean, it's funny because Russell was half the time the one encouraging these like combos and stuff, isn't he? The Big Finish to do. Like you say, with Jackie Tyler in Once and Future and everything. Right. With Chris returning this month, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Further Adventures box set with that team. I could see it.
I can see it.
Because 8th Doctor Charlie, wasn't there something that came out before that with them?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'm thinking Legacy of Time with 6th Doctor and Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. Certainly with these things, I think if the ball's gonna get rolling, it will do.
Yeah, I think people are probably incredibly excited to have Chris back, which is probably the most people have been excited for him to be back because people didn't like him at the time. So
okay, it's been almost 20 years though, hasn't it? So
yeah,
that nostalgia kicks in after a while. I mean, I imagine there was loads of people who wouldn't have wanted Adric back, but now they got him. Random question: does anyone remember Chuggington? It was like Thomas the Tank Engine, but for kids on a sugar rush.
I vaguely remember that.
Vaguely remember that, Sam. It is a random question, but like we say, chill stream. We're welcoming whatever.
We're chill. We're chill.
Do you think when Conrad Westmus walked in, McGann got PTSD? I mean, they said it was like yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah.
Unless he's just got memory loss.
Yeah, Swiss cheese.
Oh, that was a wonderful. It's a obvious joke, but it was a wonderful little joke in Broken Hearts, actually, where because they've got the McGann statue there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 11th Doctor at one point says that Doctor got lost his memory so many times, I forget. Like something along those lines.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a good little joke. Got amnesia more times than I care to remember, I think. Yeah, I think McGann is terrified of Pete Kariz. Loki hopes on Tara's versus Rutan's Sixth Doctor story has Frobisher back, I believe, in Talking Bird supremacy. Anything's possible.
I would like that, but Doctor Who magazine hinted that it might be Sixth Doctor and Charlie.
Oh, okay. So Charlie. I suppose that would tie into the arc a bit, wouldn't it?
Just to make it a bit more interesting for the arc. So maybe Frobisher still might appear this year in Sixth Doctor 40. Just throwing that out there.
But yeah, that'd work quite well because obviously it's being told in a different order, with it starting with the 8. And they mentioned during the third Doctor article in Vortex about, the idea of why do we have to do it in Doctor order? Why can't we mix it up a bit? So that would be an interesting tie-in to that because it would be told from Charlie's point of view, but not the Doctor's. Yeah.
So there you go.
I mean, if not Charlie, I wouldn't mind Flip and Constance being back.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently they were recording last year sometime. And I imagine War Doctor's going to... I don't know, he might not be on his own necessarily. I mean, he won't be travelling with anyone, but wouldn't surprise me if we saw Ken Bones and Beth Chalmers in that one. I'm just happy to see Doctor's blue coat is back.
That's
that is actually another reason to think Charlie's back, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because he wore the blue coat on a lot of those covers. And that'll be wonderful to see in Sean Longmore style. Because certainly it looks like what you see on the Sontarans vs. Rutan's main cover gets carried over to the individual covers in terms of like Doctor outfits and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, while we're on the topic, shall we have a chat about this?
Yeah, let's talk about this.
It's
a good cover, isn't it?
This is everything I want in a cover.
It's pure filth.
Sean Longmore, chef's kiss. I love this.
Yeah. It's a great little individual bit of artwork. It's a shame that this isn't in the Art of Audio because that would have been a great thing to have that big. It's a good composition. It's an interesting way of doing characters in a line.
It's nice getting them in, getting the brig in like his more civvies look.
Yeah.
Very much Green Death vibes because there's a fair bit of green, and you've also got Pertwee in his Green Death gear. I mean, it put me in such a Green Death mood that I ended up watching the Green Death. So there you go. I can't wait for this one in particular because it's Tim Foley. It's an hour-long one, and he did the same with Third Doctor and Sarah in Classic Doctor D Monsters, House that Hawks built, which was an absolute banger. and Brig-centric story, it seems, which always welcome. So I'm very excited to have this, and then to get it the same month as well as Revolution in Space. It's a wonderful little, balancing act, isn't it, between Third Doctor off in space, but also we're not leaving Unit behind entirely. We've got this to keep us going with them while we wait for their return to the Third Doctor Adventures range.
It's probably going to be the only Unit Brig story this year, I'd say, because it's going to be older Joe.
Yeah,
and I can't see them.
No, I don't think they would
doing that.
Yeah. But then again, they said it was going to be Sarah last year in Intelligence for War and ended up not being. So maybe it'll be a switcheroo again and we won't get older Joe until February.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I wouldn't discount the Brigadier entirely, though.
Oh, yeah, I think the Brig will pop up in some else.
Yeah, but yeah, as for Third Doctor and Brig, this is likely our lot. And, I'm at least happy that it looks to be a banger. Like, this is probably worth the price of admission alone when it comes to Sultanas versus Routons. This is incredibly exciting stuff.
Yeah, that's worth spending, 30, 40 quid on just for that.
Yeah, there you go. And again, just what a cover.
It's a good cover. It's a good cover.
I hope Big Finish in general take positive lessons away from the 11th Doctor Chronicles. A planned out arc with a clear beginning and end instead of the usual, we do it until it stops selling well approach. Yeah, agreed, stylish one. I much prefer that approach. And I think Alfie Shaw is brilliant for that as well. Like he said multiple times in interviews and stuff that, these things have to end to feel special, really, to feel, complete as a story. Yeah, I think it works out so much better that way.
And it just feels like its own little era as well. I think if you find that niche in a Doctor's era, go for it, because I think they've done wonders with the 5th Doctor, and I think that this is very much the 11th Doctor's equivalent of the Mark stuff, and probably this is maybe a higher quality than the 5th Doctor and Mark stuff, which was great. We love it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and it's all looking very exciting for the final box set. 11th and Valerie says, Hoover's Book Collection, remind me of how good Series 4 of the 8th Doctor Adventures were when they take notes from that range and try to use aspects of it. Dean Henwood Dalek says hi. Hello, Dean.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Lovely to see a new face around here. Not that we don't like all you old faces. Please stick around. Please don't.
Yeah. We love you all. We love you all.
Professor Stream is everyone's favourite master.
Well, we love Professor Stream. He supports and
Professor
sponsors us. Yeah, he supports our live streams, so we are blessed.
Professor StreamYard.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Would love Companion Chronicles to come back and add new Who companions like Rory and even more stories of Valor if they wanted to. I feel like Companion Chronicles should be revisited now more than ever. I mean, we did have a short trip to Valerie, didn't we?
Yeah, was it this year?
Yeah, it was this year. February, wasn't it?
Oh no, last year.
Last. Yeah,
sorry.
It is 2024 now. Yeah.
Sorry.
You got me as well there.
There we go.
Yeah. It takes a while. We're still early days. If we get more audio novels, hopefully we get stories with TARDIS teams we can't get in full cast stories anymore, like One Stephen and Sarah and Six and Evelyn. Yeah, Six and Evelyn would be lovely.
I thought Chaos Cascade would be a 6th Doctor one. No.
What other companion? Because there's so much recasting that it almost seems like no era is really locked off anymore. But I feel like Evelyn would be a step too far because it's Big Finish.
Yeah, you can't recast Evelyn.
No. I hope future Big Finish crossovers carry over character arcs like Thomas Brewster and Dark Eyes 2. Yeah, I think it's nice when these things feel planned out and thought out rather than just, we have this character, we'll throw them in here. Because that's the thing with like Liv and Tanya in Hidden Depths, is that it's very much done in a way of, to avoid locking off any possibilities for the Eighth Doctor adventures. They don't want to lay down any restrictions there, which I can understand, but I think in some ways it's to the detriment of the story, because it ends up just being with Liv and Tanya for the sake of it, rather than exploring anything emotionally with them and the Doctor. Takai's just made my brain hurt, said Sam. Fair enough.
But it's really good.
Stephen Wright, sorry, Stephen. What do you guys think will be included in the final Once and Future story, Code of the Final Act, and why they decided to release it this November? Not a clue, to be honest.
I feel like it'll be 14 and maybe Mel.
Maybe.
Just something a bit random like that.
Because they did say like there's a reason that they're releasing it that late, because of something to do with the 60th itself, apparently, the TV one. Yeah.
So I feel like it'll be 14th Doctor related.
Props used of Doctor and Sasha Master, says Who a Small Collection. It could be that too.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah. Oh, Starge One is happy about the Sixth Doctor and Charlie news there.
There we go.
Potentially dropped.
Does that mean we'll have to do
how that would make me buy it?
Okay. I was just thinking, do we do like a Sixth Doctor and Charlie throwback, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. I've only got the Red House, I think.
Well, you'll have to pick them up.
Yeah.
You'll have to invest.
Charlie is really thriving recently, isn't she? Nick Briggs, where is my Charlotte Pollard Series 3? Yeah, she certainly seems to be available a lot for recording, doesn't she? She turned up in the current ongoing Eighth Doctor adventures with Audacity. She had the Dying Hours from Doomsday.
Yeah.
What? I suppose there's been others as well.
There's probably been some other things.
I mean, she had If I Should Sleep Before I Wake, is it? If I Should Die Before I Wake?
Yeah, the classic Doctor story.
Yeah, best of that box set, and it's a strong box set. But better than anything from the Charlotte Pollard Furlough Adventuress, funnily enough. That story. Sixth Doctor Charlie is still one of my favourite arcs. It has a clear plan from the beginning and was extended in the middle to add in extra stories, but without affecting the arc too much. I mean, again, same with 11th Doctor, because Broken Hearts was added in the middle. But I feel it benefits it so much. Have you listened to it yet?
No. I've got it.
You jumped straight to Volume 3, didn't you?
Hey, I wanted me some Cybermen, and it was worth it.
Yeah. Broken Hearts is a strong one, though. One of Lisa McMullen's best scripts, I feel. Listen, Dark Eyes, I like you, but we make me think too much. To Sam. Hoover's book says the Routons on that cover are beautiful.
They're gorgeous.
Also, just on Tyrants vs. Routons is the first time we have a photographic picture of the War Doctor on a cover. I wonder if they've sorted out any rights issues they had. Or is it some sort of technical trickery job again, similar to
McGann.
Yeah. It's hard to say. But yeah, that'll be wonderful to see in a Sean Longmore style cover.
That's going to be an exciting cover.
Yeah. So, as much as we like the main box art cover, I mean, I say box art, but it's not, because it's not got a box. It's just like the main series cover, I guess. But yeah, individual covers are always extremely exciting. Getting it just based on one story, I think, adds so much. The theory is that Tyrants vs. Routons was planned to be a box set, hence the massive placeholder cover, but last minute was turned into individual releases after Big Finish made that statement. What statement would that be? Or is it just like the news announcement of it? Because that came quite late, didn't it? That was a December news story, I think. Maybe late November. I'm gonna check actually. That's because it won't be that much scrolling.
No, you've got far to go.
It was November. November
Okay.
27th. So yeah, right at the end there. I mean, that's... I can see it. But I think it does feel like the right decision to do it individual, even though it now costs more than it would as a box set. Although not that much more, because box set prices are going up as well. I feel like there's definitely a push again from Big Finish towards the more individual single disc releases rather than stuffing everything into box sets. And
I think that's what we said about the relaunch. It would take them a couple of years to figure out how it would go down, what people want. And I think this year, just going off what we know, it feels like a nice balance, really, that you've got your box sets, you've got your individual stories.
But again, because it's like mini-series rather than a large ongoing range, it sort of helps it a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice little mini beat, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
But
it helps them to feel more like events. Which, I mean, it's something that's been happening in the world of streaming as well, because that for a while, with Netflix very much pushing that at first, with, dropping all episodes at once, which is sort of like what Big Finish do with their box sets, really. But now, with the rise of Disney Plus, that's been much more pushing the weekly format, going back to the classic TV model. But it does feel like it works better that way in terms of keeping a conversation going. Everyone's usually at the same point with a show. And, it just stays in the cultural zeitgeist for much longer because it's being spread over a span of 6, 8, 12 weeks. And so presumably it'd be the same for Big Finish. They kind of had it with Once and Future. I mean, that was definitely the intention there, but that seemed to not really get talked about too much.
It fizzled out very quickly.
Yeah, it felt like everyone was getting past lives, and then artists at the end of time as well. But then after that, it fizzled out. I think the last bit I really heard about it was the news of Two's Company, the whole dartboard memes and stuff. I think that was the last time it was really generally spoken about by the larger Doctor Who community. I imagine part of it as well was when 60th hype really kicked off as well. There was actually stuff to talk about TV related. So people were like, oh, it's been fun, Big Finish, but I got my TV Doctor Who back now. I'm still disappointed Blue Forgotten Planet wasn't in the Big Finish cover book. If it was, I would have brought it. I love that cover and it helped convince me to buy the whole Dick, Doctor and Charlie arc.
I mean, it's a great book. It's a lovely book.
Have you got it nearby?
I have.
Quickly
there it is. There it is. Massive thing.
Wonderful stuff.
Let's go to a random page.
That's random page.
What we got? Grey Man Mountain.
Yeah. Just missed the time of year, but.
Oh yeah. There we go.
That's
you notice how that just folds to that page automatically?
It knows what you like.
It knows it's best cover. Gorgeous thing. There we go.
Yeah. Sean Longmore combined with Third Doctor. Can't go wrong.
You can't. It's a good one.
Whovian, Whovian Small Collection says, I love how we finally have a non-paint version of John Hurt. The Stylish Run went back to him with Whovian. It proves to me that the painted covers are irrelevant. I hope the next second Doctor set isn't another floating heads cover. Fingers crossed, Stylish Run.
Yeah.
I mean, just get Sean Longmore on him.
Honestly.
Yeah. I mean, he has been doing a lot more, and it does seem like they are mixing up the artists a bit more now. I say mixing up; it seems to more be replace said artist with Sean Longmore, but
yeah,
I mean, we did have Oliver Chinnery, I believe, for the Seventh Doctor Last Day. So whether or not he's taken over the Seventh Doctor fully, or just doing the Last Day, is unclear. But yeah, so certainly they are mixing things up a bit there, and it would be nice to see the same happen for the Second Doctor adventures. Because those are some of my least favorite covers of. Wow, less so beyond war games, but definitely James Recruitment is a rough one.
Yeah, it's a contender. It's a contender for like worst cover of the year.
I hope they make a further adventures of Kariz and Tamsin, because then you can add more to the characters and maybe with Kariz kind of develop the Divergent arc a bit more. Yeah, I mean, it was originally going to be a lot longer, wasn't it?
Yeah, so they could.
Oh, yeah, there's room there.
There is room.
McCann, when he sees a script with Divergent Universe written on it, get out, get out!
I don't like your careers, get out.
Brilliant, stylish one. I quit again.
Oh, man.
The Hoover Store Collection says that's going to be the title of the box set, stylish. I mean, that's what they were trying to do from the Divergent Universe, wasn't it? They're trying to get out, get out.
Next up, we'll have Eccleston and Kariz.
Oh, no.
And then, try and get Eccleston going. Oh, everybody loves Kariz. Fantastic, he is.
What else we got here? Oh, Luke, you would love the Condemned. I did see your message about that on Twitter, Star Trek. I just remembered that. I think I forgot to reply to it. I'm very sorry there. But yeah, I think I'm waiting for it to go on sale. You've talked me round on it. And Hoover and Small Collection says the Condemned is so good. The Condemned is the darkest, grittiest, crime-filled Doctor story that's also witty and hilarious. Manchester Colin Baker, says Hoover and Small Collection. A War Doctor audio novel would be amazing if Big Finish did that. I certainly feel, the horrors of the Time War could probably be more interestingly conveyed in prose than audio or TV. Yeah. I mean, they have been done before with Engines of War, haven't they?
Engines of War's fantastic. That's a great book.
With War Doctor Nick Briggs for the audiobook.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
The Doctor Chronicles return, but not Jonathan Carley with Nick Briggs.
Yeah. Oh, could you imagine? That'd be
cool. I'm surprised they never did Ninth Doctor with Jacob Dubman. I mean, I suppose with all the other volumes they've had coming out of Ninth Doctor Adventures, it didn't need it. Yeah, that came out only 2 months ago now. The 10th Doctor Chronicles with Jacob Dubman, which was back to the full cast, not full cast,
narration
format. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody picked that up, because I didn't pick it up. You didn't pick it up. If you picked it up, let us know if it was any good.
Social said it's a statement about fans wanting more individual releases. I must admit, was that like a poll that they did, asking what they'd like? Yeah, where was the statement, stylish one? Joe Bowers says, with the Once Future Coda, I reckon it would be focused on the Master as unions. They shot him with the G-Generation weapon, and that wasn't resolved. Kind of was resolved, but not in a great way. And yet it did sort of end on a cliffhanger with Time Lord Immemorial. But I mean, it's not minor spoilers, but it seems like it's one of those everything's undone stories. So I imagine the implication there was that the master plot got done along with it. I don't know. So, we've moved on from Once in Future now. We're leaving that behind us. With the War Doctor series, whatever the next chapter will be, what are you hoping for? Hoping for a darker tone or gothic stories? And what aliens would you like to see in it? I think it would be interesting to move away from the Daleks a bit more, similar to what the War Master does.
I want another He Who Fights Monsters type box set.
Yeah, I do want more box sets like that and Warbringer. But I have finally listened to not Enemy Mine, the one before, Comrades in Arms. I caught up with that. And that was really strong in the end. I really enjoyed that one. I've got Enemy Mine. It's just, there's other stuff to listen to as well. But I'm looking forward to seeing how that story continues, because it very much seems like one big 6-part story. Or not, well, 6-part miniseries, I suppose. Similar to what we were saying earlier about Chaos Cascade. Individual releases, you could not live with your own failure. And where did that lead you? Back to me. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? It's the oldest one. It's funny because it's like that being torn between these cost more ultimately. But at the same time, it's rather nice having them. Rather nice having each story feel like more of an event rather than just, oh, this is here to stuff out a box set. What else have we got here? A lot of love for Patricia Menzies going on.
A lot of Condemned love. I mean,
fair enough.
We'll have to review it at some point. We'll have to.
Yeah. I picked up Defenders of Earth. It's not.
Did you, Luke?
This is Hoover was Small Collection.
Okay.
But nothing that screams you must buy it now if you get what I mean. Yeah, I get you. I mean, I said the same thing to you about the Torchwood Ood stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I picked up 2 out of 3 at the moment. That's not too bad.
I think you bought more Big Finish than me last year.
Maybe, but I think
you did.
Because I've got more downloads.
Yeah.
So I think it probably evens out price wise. Because I picked up those Torchwoods that you did, and I picked up even more Torchwoods than you did with Among Us.
Yeah.
Paternoster Gang. You picked up 8th of March, which I didn't. I'm trying to pick.
I think that's the only unit. Those are the only 2 things I picked up that you haven't got.
Yeah, I believe that's right. But it does a lot of it does balance out because you.
When you got Prisons of London, I didn't pick that.
Oh yeah, that's true. The statement was in the Star Cops article. You should know, Lucas, you're a massive Star Cops fan.
Damn it,
of course. Well, there we go. That's where that is. Hear me out, the War Doctor and the War Chief. I'm down. I could say War Doctor Volume 5 and 6 made that range worth it. Those 2 sets are amazing. Glad to hear Volume 6 keeps it up. Hopefully with a small collection. Torture Among Us holds my heart and soul. I mean, Hoovian, have you seen that? I mean, I imagine you have. That Ace and Mr. Colchester are back in February for Torchwood in Sabotage. Can we take a look at the?
Yeah, we can have a look.
The Vortex magazine, because that's where that was mentioned in.
Yeah, let's have a look at Vortex, and then I guess do a little Q&A after. I think.
Well, we've kind of been doing it anyway, but
but
get your questions ready if you want to ask it. Or I say get them ready, just pop them in the chat.
Pop them in chat.
We already had Sam with his Chuggington question.
Yeah.
So, who will be in the 8th of March box set if Big Finish gets ones coming out this year, says Daniel. I mean, thing is, though, it feels like all March. Surely they won't announce anything for them now, but they will.
Yeah, they say something else.
Yeah.
Anyway. You hype for more Vienna featuring Eric Roberts? Heck yeah.
I mean, it's funny that when in this editorial here, when they're teasing the War Master box set coming out, they talk more about Vienna first and then say, do I zoom in on this? No, I can't. Can you zoom in on it?
No, I can only remove you, which I don't plan on doing.
No, please don't. Somewhere in that editorial that I can't quite read because it's too small.
I'll do that. That makes zero difference.
No, that just gets rid of us.
Yeah.
You remove us both now. Oh, now it's all gone.
No. There we go.
Yeah, they sort of mention if you're in the mood for bounty hunting shenanigans with Vienna, pick up War Must. not War Master, Master. And then in that Tortured article, it's mentioned that we've got Mr. Colchester and Ace back for a story called Sabotage, which I'm very much excited for. I love those two together. You've picked up both the previous two and listened to Red List so far.
Yeah, which I enjoyed.
Yeah. Do you think you'll pick up Sabotage, or are you still on the fence?
I probably will end up picking it up. Maybe not straight away, but I'll pick it up.
I mean, that's the joy with those Tortured releases, though, isn't it? That they don't go up in price. Have you switched to download only yet with Torchwood, or are you still getting them physical?
Still getting them physical.
So you couldn't resist with the double, could you?
No, I think you kind of had to.
Yeah.
Even though that was maybe a bit of a stinker.
Yeah. It wasn't the strongest start to the year. I mean, that's nearly a year old now. Yeah. But we've also got a trilogy of stories following this, written by Gareth David Lloyd himself, the Yantology. So that should be interesting. I wonder what they're doing there. Presumably it's going to be linked somehow. So it's like a box set, but again, spread across individual releases. Or is it going to... it'd be interesting if it's like different points in his life.
Like Tortured 1.
Yeah, see how that'll go. I wonder if it's going to have any guest stars in it as well, or if it's just going to be Yanto. Because certainly he's got quite a few. I mean, it's the Torture monthly range is in an interesting place at the moment, isn't it? Because you've not got Captain Jack Harkness anymore. You've not got Gwen Cooper, really, because Eve Miles is sort of moved away from acting a bit. And I think... Who's the actor who plays Owen again? Dave Gorman.
Owen? Oh, yeah. Burn Gorman.
Burn Gorman. So there is a Dave Gorman, isn't there?
Yeah, he's more of a comedian.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Burn Gorman. Yeah, he's I think quite busy as an actor, isn't he? Really. So I don't think he does too many Tortured now. I mean, he's still in a few. Last one was Lease of Life, which I think was 2021, maybe 2022. I lose track at this point.
He was in Gooseberry last year.
Gooseberry was 2021. So yeah,
okay.
Lease of Life must have been 2022. Gooseberry, because that was just before what would have been Absent Friends.
Right. Okay.
Now absent. But yeah, so certainly like the main original cast trio you've got now is Yanto, Reese, and Andy, which aren't exactly the most front and center Tortured characters. Tosh is still around, actually, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think she still turns up. But yeah, certainly it's an interesting play, but I feel like they're pushing it to get to 100 because they're close enough at this point. It'd be nice for that range to reach 100. No. Anyway, there's your little 11th Doctor article.
Oh, look
Confirmed
at it.
That the Daleks are in the final 3 stories, not just Daleks Victorious, just something we've been wondering about for a while. So yeah, that should be exciting. It seems like it makes it feel like one epic box set, doesn't it?
Yeah.
One epic story. Because it's very much where the arc is really coming into full gear.
I mean, they've done wonders with the Cybermen, so I'm sure the Paradigm will get a lot of love and attention, what they deserve.
Yeah, I mean, apparently the Daleks Victorious episode is very much Daleks front and center and making them scary again.
Oh, good.
I say which is exciting, but it's the same thing they said about the Cybermen in Nightmare in Silver.
So yeah, but I got the origins for those now.
Yeah, that's true. The Sultarans is the book club. We're in an early adventures mood. Maybe we'll give it a re-listen and review.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Here it is again.
Oh, beautiful cover.
Links. That beautiful cover art. Yeah. And then a cover that's yet to be officially unveiled on the website.
That's probably a Monday thing, isn't it?
Yeah. what's Buried Threats, I think it's called. There's like Buried Treasures and Buried Memories. It's just, if you got Benny in a box set, stick Buried in the title and find a word to go after it. It seems it's the way to go there. But, I mean, looking forward to this one though, because Series 3 has been strong so far.
Mm.
And certainly Benny and the Ninth Doctor, it feels like a fitting match, with a lot of 2005 stuff very much being inspired by some of what went on in the Virgin New Adventures. It does feel like a nice coming back to that. And also just Benny works well with so many doctors. I mean, Lisa Bauman said it herself. There's she's so used to different doctors barging into her lives that she's very accepting of the Doctor as a different person. Whereas I think sometimes you have companions who take a while to get used to it. She's one who, takes it in her stride, really.
Yeah, I think Hoovian raised an interesting point. I hope that it's not another Liv and Tanya.
Yeah, I hope not, because it is, that third story in the third box set of a series, bringing back an old companion. Yeah. We'll see. And also, it's nice having Benny again. I mean, we've got her in The Last Day as well. But yeah, certainly it looks like, we're not going to get much more of her solo stuff for a little bit, given the sad David Warner. But yeah, it's nice to know that the character is still around. I mean, I wonder if it'd be set after that at all.
Mm.
I mean, I kind of hope not for that, because it feels right for her and the Unbound Doctor to just have that happy ending of the story goes on forever.
Yeah.
That sort of feel to it, at least for now. There's that. Facing the Accident. I've not read this article, actually.
I haven't either, actually, but picking it up.
Yeah, it's exciting.
And I think you're picking it up as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. So we'll probably get a review out of it.
This will be your first master box set.
I mean, it'll be your either second or third, depending on whether or not you've got the second. You're not listened.
No.
Yeah. Be a third purchase for sure, but whether or not it'll be your third listed is another question. And then we've got Revolution in Space, which is apparently the third part of a trilogy if you look at Frontier in Space and Colony in Space, but ignore Conspiracy in Space.
Yeah,
I mean, that's, again, third Doctor.
Yeah, it's going to be a banger. We've heard good things about it, especially Sadie.
My theory about this third Doctor Adventure story is that Crystal Thing is a Xyloc, aka Mr. Smith's alien species. Because it was said in the either article or synopsis for this story that it's got links to Sarah Jane's future. So, I mean, that would. Where is there? There it.
No, it's
there. It is.
There we are.
I lost track of where I'd clicked. I mean, this is a surprise that we didn't even mention in the Heat. What's coming this month? Not that we would have had much to say about it.
No.
I mean, something that came out even after this is the Dad's Army news.
Yeah, it was in the little Vortex section, wasn't it? Release.
Yeah, upcoming releases. Here it is. Yeah, it's mentioned here. So that's something coming out this month for those Dad's Army fans out there. I mean, I do like a bit Dad's Army, but I don't know if I'd go into Big Finish for it, because it's like adaptations of episodes that are available to watch only as radio productions. It's just 2 actors as well. So part of me is interested there just to see how well they do going through all the different characters. Yeah, it's probably not a pickup from me. Yeah. And they've also, it's the actors as well who are who did adapt it too. So they did it as a live performance, I believe, similar to the Quatermass live that I went to see, starring Mark Gatiss and Toby Haydock. That was at the Ali Pali back in September now, during a very hot day. one of the hottest in the year. So it feels very different from where we're at now. How times change. Oh, then you got Knife Doctor again on the back here. So that's Vortex. Star Cop Luke's. Sorry, Star Cops Luke. Calm down. We can tell you how excited you are.
Oh,
he's just doing more comedy. I suppose he's just expanding out, trying to get more people in and listening. Really.
Yeah, I guess, and then probably they can sell it more, maybe.
Yeah, branch out to other markets, and then who knows? Maybe there are people who might then get into their other stuff from there.
Yeah.
I swear ages ago they said they would update the website. I'm interested to see what they do, hoping for an official Big Finish checklist on the site. Yeah, I think the current version's good, but it needs a few alterations, doesn't it?
Yeah,
particularly in terms of seeing what's out of print and what's still in print, because you have to click on each individual article for that. And then the way that with some of the bigger ranges, like the monthly range, it all loads in. It's you have to keep scrolling down. You can't just flick to a certain page. Yeah. Add more arcs to websites. The stylish one. The Lucy arc is on there. What about Hex and Charlie? Yeah, that'd be useful as well. Structure it like that for people who need those arcs laid out for them, because otherwise you have to go to third parties. So, I mean, we're here if you want us, but
yeah,
it'd be useful to have something to do with that built into the website. Are either of you going to Big Finish Day? Hopefully.
We've talked about it,
but we've not yet actually booked tickets.
Yeah,
we probably should before they got us stuck. We're like, damn, we missed it.
Damn.
India Fisher and Conrad Westmus are going to Spearhead Live in May.
That's another event I'd like to go to.
Yeah, and that's right up your street, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's
is it not too far from your neck of the woods?
Yeah, it's Worcester, so it's like 45 minutes away, so it's not bad.
Yeah, more or less on your doorstep.
Yeah.
I will be going to Big Finish Day.
Good stuff. Good stuff,
Daniel. And in London now, isn't it? What range would you want more of this year that hasn't been announced yet? 10th Doctor Adventures?
Yeah. 14th Doctor, maybe. Who knows? We could get that now. I suppose you've not got more Bambera.
Yeah, I definitely want more of that. I mean, something River Song related?
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be very cool.
Diary's at an end, but doesn't mean they haven't got other plans for River. I mean, recently in the World of Doctor Who section, the Diary of River Song page has been renamed to River Song - The Diary of River Song.
Okay.
So there feels like there's something going on there. So maybe the diary will be over, but we'll get something maybe like Unit Nemesis for River, an ongoing series.
That'd be quite cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, maybe individual releases of some kind.
Yeah.
I mean, I certainly would like them to do that with Classic Doctor's New Monsters going forward. I think getting the individual cover art for one thing would be great, and then also having each stand on its own a bit more. Stephen Wright says, do you think because of Revolution in Space is going to feature some of Sarah's future that it will include a story in a Rani box set where Luke, Clyde, and Rani get stuck in the 70s with Sarah and the Doctor? I mean, I wouldn't say it's not possible. But I think maybe that might be something Russell would poo-poo.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down for more Third Doctor, so I'll take anything.
Stylish One says Lady Christina can replace Diary of River Song.
No.
Lady Christina is the series that isn't announced yet. The Stylish One would like to see more of this year.
No. No, thank you.
Unit Nemesis was a bit of a flop, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean something like that can't work with River. Because, I mean, certainly, that 4-part box set structure has worked for other Doctors. Or Doctors. Not other Doctors, because Unit's not a Doctor. I'm surprised the Unit series never featured a Doctor, actually. Like, Not even McGann got involved in that range, and he gets involved in everything.
Yeah, it's either McGann or Colin. Those are like the two favourites, the golden boys.
Yeah, and I'm surprised they never got Jake Dudman.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean they can't now, but
no. I mean, I would like to see an 11th Doctor Chronicle, but 12th Doctor and Dan Starkey led. Something like that would be great. Like a 12th Doctor series. I would.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Eat that up.
I'd like Rani and Luke to meet Sarah and the third Doctor, says Daniel Hager. What are your hopes for the Doctors whose box set have no details this year? So, in Fifth Doctor's one, we got no details for.
Anything Tim Foley. Let Tim Foley do something, because Pursuit of a Nightjar, that was a great story. Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind like a 6 one-part episodes, an anthology release, really. So I think
we don't get anthologies anymore.
Yeah, because the Fifth Doctor's probably where anthologies were at their best. He felt like the anthology Doctor, really.
Yeah.
And so that's something I would quite like. I mean, maybe with a different set of companions each story. You go Adric, Nyssa and Tegan for the first, Nyssa for the second, Nyssa and Tegan for the third, Tegan and Turlough for the fourth, Turlough for the fifth, and then Perry for the sixth. Have a box set across the whole of the Fifth Doctor's era. But, anthology, so one part for each different, TARDIS team he had. So that would be interesting. And then maybe another 6-parter.
Yeah, it's hard to think for Davison, because whatever they do, it's great.
And they usually sort of feel less reliant on other tie-ins, don't they? It feels like it's more just doing its own stuff.
I mean, saying that 40 was a massive hey, do you like the second Doctor? We're going to celebrate 40 years of the Fifth Doctor.
Yeah, that's true.
That's 2 years old now.
Yeah, in terms of story, the really banger stories are just let writers write, really.
Yeah.
Pursuit of the Nightjar and stuff. Fifth Doctor box set was Psychodrome and Iterations of I. It's stories that you don't know you need.
Yeah.
The Fifth Doctor.
I'd quite like a sort of a Halloween anthology, a bit like Bleak Midwinter, but just a spooky box set.
Yeah, something that'd be good.
That would be really cool.
I mean, what other ones have we got no details for? I suppose Sixth Doctor, we know they're doing a 40th anniversary, but we don't know quite what that contains yet. We've heard rumblings and rumors, haven't we? Davros and Perry. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind either a 6-parter or maybe a 3-parter, but chunky 3-parter, 2 Doctors style, if we want to call back to the era proper. But yeah, definitely more Perry is what I want for Sixth Doctor Adventures. Been missing some Perry. And if it, for the 40th anniversary year as well. Feels right.
You've got to.
8th Doctor, what I'd quite like this year is for the May box set to go back to Liv and Helen. And in December, we go back to Charlie and Audacity.
Yeah, I'd like that. Because it's a bounce, because I really like the Audacity stuff. I think that's probably the best stuff this year for a Doctor.
Yeah, really strong series overall. Yeah, I think that would also work with them being separated as well. Because obviously previously with Connections, What Lies Inside, and last year's Audacity stuff, they came out back to back November, December with the same crew. So yeah, maybe that would work. And then Time War Uncharted. Don't know what to expect from that.
No.
Yeah.
Bliss actually comes back?
Maybe. I mean, maybe that's why it was delayed from April to November. They were finally able to get... what's the actress's name?
Raki Thakra?
Yeah, Raki Thakra in to do stuff, because she's someone who's taken off, as is often the way with 8th Doctor companion actors.
I mean, I would like Eighth Doctor and Molly again. That would be something quite nice.
Yeah. Fun fact: Nick Briggs canned the 3 parts originally because writers struggled to write 1-part stories. Yeah, maybe he's not too much of a fan of 1-part stories, so he would get a whole 6-part box set with him. Who knows? But now with box sets, they're able to get away with it.
Yeah,
the 3-disc ones. I mean, certainly it worked out with Far From Home. Less so with Conflicts of Interest, but yeah, I think
that box set got a lot of love. Looking at people's sort of best releases and sort of top 10s, I was quite surprised.
I'm hoping the 5th Doctor Adventures is Turlo and 5, maybe a new companion with them, because I feel like 5th isn't really clicked in with the new era of Big Finish. Yeah, that's true. He's not really one who's ever had a new companion that's really stuck. The same way. I suppose because so often it is 5th Doctor TV companions and then new companion, because of just the nature of his era on TV.
Maybe just Tegan and Turlo would be nice, because we've only had like Auto Infinity.
Yeah, that's true. Season 21 is certainly a bit bare when it comes to expanded media stories, or Big Finish in particular. Which unmade Big Finish releases do you most wish happened? Our stylish one. Lucy and the Monk spin-off, 50-50. 4 and Sarah Audios with Liz Sladen. 4 and Brigadier Stories with Nick Courtney. Sarah Kingdom and Unbound. I never knew about Sarah Kingdom.
No, I didn't know about that one, actually.
Oh. I'd say 4 Brigadier. I'm curious about that.
I mean, we're meant to be getting a Brig and 4. That was teased ages ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. I feel like it could be Tim Foley as well.
If it's Tim Foley, 4, yeah.
Because, Auton Infinity included that tease of, them going off to Jupiter or whatever with the one with the scarf. And we know from things like All of Time and Space and the way that connects in with the Nightjar that Tim Foley does like to sometimes leave these little teases in his scripts. So, particularly with the way we know 4th Doctor Adventures works as well, with how far advanced they record, it could, John Coltrane probably even recorded that one before this one, if that's the case. I definitely feel like that could be what we're getting there. Yeah. And also, I don't think Tim Foley's written for the 4th Doctor yet, has he?
No, I don't think so.
Which feels like, an obvious one for him, because he's such a prolific writer on Big Finish at this point, and such an amazing writer as well. That I think surely he probably has, and it's just, again, 4th Doctor pipeline takes so long to get to us.
Yeah, we've got free Tom box sets this year.
Do you think the random inclusion of Mullafinsey in The Last Day was originally planned as Durrani but changed due to the rights issue? I don't think so, Hoovian, just because the Rani issue's been going on for so long. It wouldn't be something that would come up now. And I think particularly with it being Matt Finn and Guy Adams who wrote it, their writers who are high up enough in Big Finish would be well aware of the Rani rights issues. Yeah. Apparently John Dorney's got a Rani story planned.
Okay.
Obviously, there's rights issues there. So I think someone said something about Rani on TV or whatever, and he replied saying, "Oh, I wish that he could do this because that mean the rights issue was solved and I could finally pitch my Rani story." Apparently, he tried pitching it before, like sneakily, and they looked at him and were like, "This is a Rani story, John. We know what you're doing."
Yeah.
Do you think Andy Lane will sue Big Finish for using Chris and Ross without his permission?
Probably not.
I don't know if legally he has a leg to stand on there. I think it's the waters are a bit muddied there. But yeah, certainly a bit shitty that he wasn't asked for permission. I think, just as a courtesy, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Talos is God 01 asks, which is your most anticipated release of 2024? Thank you for joining us, by the way, Talos.
Thank you.
Has to be new faces. But yeah, you go first.
What would I'm excited for Fugitive, maybe because it's literally on the doorstep. And the stuff Steven said about it to us is very exciting. Maybe the Third Doctor Reason story. I'm kind of interested.
Yeah, I was going to go for that one. I mean,
but then Paradigm Dalek. I'll probably go Victory of the Doctor, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Just to switch it up.
Yeah. Just as that is like the end of the series as well. And that's been a good series. So, yeah, I think I might stick with Children of the Future from Sometimes versus Regions. That is vibe with me. I feel I don't know. Because the thing is with Storm of the Sea Devils and Broken Memories is that it's been so long since they were announced.
Yeah.
That your hype's died away a bit for them because you've been hyped for so long that it's hard to maintain that hype for so long.
It's
whereas other stuff, it's new and shiny, like Children of the Future.
Yeah, because like what we've known about Fourth Doctor and Sea Devils for like 2020, so yeah.
And also, I mean, it's David K. Barnes, and we're listening to Dalek Occupation of Winter at the moment, and that's a banger. But at the same time, you can't help but worry about the Sea Devils track record in anything that isn't the Sea Devils.
Yeah, and obviously, if rumors are to be believed, with the spin-off, who knows? Who would have thought Legend of the Sea Devils would have spawned a possible spin-off? So who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, that could be recording at the same time as this is released.
That goes out. Yeah, it's true.
Who Sport Collection says would love 8 and Molly together again, even if it's like future 8 and past Molly. And of course, in true Molly fashion, she doesn't take lightly to the Doctor and travels with him again. Yeah, I don't know. That's like a goodbye, because I suppose they did sort of get a goodbye, but because it wasn't Ruth Bradley, it felt a bit odd.
We were robbed.
Yeah, the timescale says, "What's up? What's up, timescales? Thank you for joining."
What is up?
Stylish, what's this? Sarah and Unbound asked Hoover's Sport Collection. The question that was on our minds too, Stylish one. And Stylish one replied, originally after Guardian of the Solar System, Sarah Kingdom was going to travel with the David Warner Unbound Doctor in a John Dorney story, which would have explored what the Doctor was doing in Dalek's Master Plan 11.
Okay.
Wowza.
I guess we kind of got a little bit like that in like the Doctor of War stuff.
How did we?
A little bit.
No.
That's a thing that happened.
Apparently. That's it. But John Dorney got busy with Fourth Doctor Ventures starting, so Simon Guerrier wrote the Acronauts. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Or is it an Acronauts?
An Acronauts, yeah. It's a double disc companion chronicle.
Yeah. We were robbed of peaks at Who's Book Collection. To be honest, would love a Sarah Kingdom and Anya Kingdom and 14th Doctor story. I still love John Coleshaw to do Brett Vile.
Yeah, could you? Yeah, that'd be really cool, wouldn't it? Part of like 14's therapy, you get like the dead people coming back.
John Dorney is planning on doing a story which he wrote last year, following up on a 10-year plus unresolved plot thread nobody has noticed. That'd be because the last John Dorney thing we didn't notice ended up being the moment in Dalek Universe 1 where the Dalek turned up.
Oh yeah,
I won't spoil, but that was, when they said about that, you're thinking, yeah, sure, but actually that was very well done. Kudos to them for that. I won't spoil that here because that's brilliant. Listen to Dalek Universe.
Yeah, good series.
Yeah.
What do you prefer so far, Dalek Universe or 11th Doctor?
I feel like, look, at this point in the series, like if we're comparing it fairly, I would say 11th Doctor.
Okay.
Like, if we're leaving out how the end. I'd say just looking at Dalek Universe 1 and 2, because if we throw in Dalek Universe 3, then it's a complete series.
Yeah.
And 11th Doctor Chronicles isn't that yet. But I think if you throw in Dalek Universe 3, then I do prefer Dalek Universe. But again, that's as a whole thing. We don't know what this will be like as a whole thing, and I think it could very easily top it. How about you?
I don't know, because there's something quite tantalizing David Tennant having his own little Big Finish series.
Yeah, that's true.
I
think with that, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Yeah.
Because there aren't many individual stories I look at and go, "Ooh, that was banger," except the finale.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the finale requires so much of what came before to work so well. And the character dynamics that go throughout are so strong that it helps elevate the whole thing. So I'd say the same for the 11th Doctor, though. I do think the whole is greater than the sum of the parts again there.
You listen to the stories.
But there's some very strong parts at the same time.
And you think that was good. It's only when you reflect on them when you go, God, this is really good.
How they tie into each other, how interconnected it is. It's masterful stuff, really. And not something you get often from Big Finish. Because oftentimes they do very much feel like they're written by different writers. The way they sometimes pick up on plot threads and such. But here it feels so cohesive, so much like one vision. But at the same time, you do have individual writers lending their voices in. But it feels like they're working with, the overall plot that Alfie Shaw's developing, rather than against it and wanting to tell their own story, but it's being now forced into an overarching story, which I think is part of my problem with Second Doctor Adventures, I'd say. Each story there feels at odds with being part of an overall arc. Has anyone noticed that in January 2024, the only Big Finish Doctor Who story with an original Doctor is one with Paul McGann? Yeah. I mean, it is the season of McGann at the moment. This is his 5th month running.
I think it was the same last year, wasn't it? With Cass being the only Doctor Who thing. Because we had the audio novel, then it was Double and River.
McGann has become a bit of a January Doctor, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, because we had Charlie in 2022. So, yeah.
And Paladin, actually. Was January 2022.
Oh, Paladin. Is that one of the most forgotten releases?
Yeah. Not even because it's bad. It's just, that's just weird to think it's that long ago.
Yeah, that's true. Goodness me.
I hope K9 comes back on Big Finish. I'm sure we'll see more K9.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Dr. Ogron spin-off, Stylish
Yes.
One. Yes.
Sign
Another
me
John Cole
up.
Shaw one. I agree with a Dr. Ogron spin-off, says Talons. Or Talos, sorry.
I think we need to get a petition for Dr. Ogron.
I'd pay top Narg note on that.
I think we all
Narg
would.
Note from? Do you remember?
No. Is this one of the quiz questions?
This is a quiz question now. It's partially a quiz question for me, but I've remembered it now.
Oh, I feel like it's the 7th Doctor thing.
Close. Narg Note. That's what I said in a voice like that. Rather plummy voice.
I have no idea.
2 Doctors.
Oh, see, I'm not a fan. So.
What's the cat? The one who tries to eat Perry and Jamie.
Oh, Shockeye.
Yeah, Shockeye. It's like when he's trying to pay for his meal.
Oh, okay.
He's like, that's a 20 Narg note. I believe. Have I got that right, Talos? I hope.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
The timescale says John Coleshaw is a treasure. I remember when Big Finish was concerned about how people would receive replacing a deceased original Doctor with a new actor. It's done great. It has.
We love John Coleshaw here.
His brig is incredible. I still remember not too long ago, I was just, what story was I watching? Terror of the Zygons, funnily enough. Just on TV. And my dad just comes out with, he's not even watched it with me necessarily. He's just sort of like passing through the room, catching a little bit. And he comes out saying, I used to think John Colcher overdid it a bit, but actually he's pretty spot on, isn't he? And it's like, while Nick Courtney is one on the screen as well. So it's like, it's that thing of you get that image, that mental image in your head or mental voice in your head of what someone sounds like. And then, you hear someone else doing it. You could tell because it's someone different. It's slightly off. But, he captures like the vocal mannerisms so well. It just feels like the character. You can hear the eyebrow raising.
Yeah.
It's all wonderful. And I think the same can be said of Stephen Noonan as the First Doctor as well. People have this idea of what the First Doctor sounds like. But actually, he sounds very different very often.
Oh, it's every episode, every story, isn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny. Watching the Celestial Toymaker. There was a line in there where I was like, "That's bloody Stephen Noonan." I can't remember which one it is, but in the final test, there is a line that sounds more like Stephen Noonan than just William Hartnell somehow.
Wow. Okay.
Which just shows how funny his voice is. We need a space security service spin-off anthology set, kind of like Peladon do it next year. Big finish for Dalek's Master Plan 60th. I swear there was some rumors of something going on there. Like through someone's what's it called? Is it Spotlight they call it?
Yeah.
There was something about a space security service spin-off.
I mean, if rumors are to be believed, we've got the David Bradley Unbound thing as well.
Yeah, I think that's next year though, isn't it? That's 2025.
Yeah, well, we might get one box set this year.
That's sort of like unclear what quite that is. Fun fact: Mark Corey is a recast because he's in the Destroyers and not played by Joe Sims. Do you mean Mark 7 there? Well,
Yeah.
so there is a Corey, isn't there?
Yeah, that's Mission to
the Unknown. That's Mark Corey as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I suppose that's sort of Unbound, isn't it? Because it's Lost Story spin-off of, because it's got Sarah Kingdom in, but doesn't quite line up with Dalek's Master Plan as far as I'm aware. Taylor says, as a big Sixth Doctor fan, I'm hoping those 40th anniversary sets feature Return of Constance and Flip. I wouldn't mind that either. I think Perry in March, Constance and Flip in August. I think you got to go Perry in March because that is the anniversary itself. I imagine that'll be coming out on the 21st or whatever day Twin Dilemma came out.
Oh, are we going to get the gastropods back? No, thank you.
Oh, maybe not.
Have they appeared on Big Finish, actually?
Probably not.
They feel like they'd appear in a Benny story. Because Benny kind of gets like the lesser note. Yeah,
she got the Dravens.
Yeah, she got the Dravens, she got the Monoids. So, yeah. She got a K1 robot as well.
Fun fact, Genesis of the Daleks, Destiny, Triumph, and Resurrection all take place in one day for Davros, a stylish one.
What a long day.
Wow.
What a long day.
Damn, imagine listening to the Doctor 4 times in one day.
Man.
Yeah, I suppose it is all in fairly quick succession, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Genesis is longer than one day, though. But it's all like in one concurrent round, isn't it? Maybe Genesis isn't more than one day because you don't really have. I suppose it does go through day and night.
I mean, we should know.
But at the same time, you never see them sleep.
Well, I mean, we talked about it for like 10 hours, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. It's sort of try and play tricks on you in that sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Joe Bauer says, are there any characters you would like to see in Tortured Monthlies that haven't appeared yet? For me, it would be Agent Johnson from Children of Earth and Gwen's mum.
And Gwen's mum's surprising because it's Nerys Hughes, and Nerys Hughes has done a fair bit.
No, I swear No, that's not. That's Reese's mum, isn't it?
Oh, is it Reese's mum? I don't.
Because she has appeared in Visiting Hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Gwen's mum must not be Nerys Hughes. I mean, I wouldn't mind Tanya. Just get a bit more of her.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah. I don't know, I think it'd certainly be interesting to explore some new characters as well within the Torchwood monthlies. You know, exploring different eras of like the worlds of Torchwood as it seems to become. But yes, and they certainly are expanding out. You know, with the U trilogy and stuff. You've got your 70s branch now. You got your 50s Soho stuff. So they're certainly going to a few different places. Would love Lois from Children of Earth to get a few stories. Narglo is from the Two Doctors, says Talos.
Oh,
yeah, there we go. I hope the Lost Stories come back this year. Yeah, I wouldn't mind some more Lost Stories.
Yeah, I think it'd be great to see them back.
This is for you, Luke. I watched 2 more things with what's his name from. Oh, sorry. That was half a comment there. I thought I was just making fun of me probably often saying what's his name.
Oh, okay.
But no, here's the full thing from the Stylish one. I watched 2 more things with that guy from Andor, Death in Paradise and Further Adventures of Lucy Miller. He's in everything. Joblin Sibtain, isn't it? But I think he goes by a couple. And Sarah Jane Adventures, of course.
Yeah.
And Doctor Who, Waters of Mars.
Oh yeah. God, yeah.
Yeah, he is. Like you say, Stylish one. He is in everything.
But you don't realise it until you start watching it.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't help us out that he does go by 2 different acting names, or has done at 2 different times. Because he's in multiple big finishes. But because of them using a different name on some different credits, like you'll click on the name to find out what else he's been in, and you think, oh, he's not been in that much.
Yeah.
Actually, he has been in a couple more. It's funny. You know, there are times where you'll be listening to something, and you're like, wait, is that? It is him. It's mad. Like Series 12 unmade scripts are fun, but it's time to move on. Yeah, I think we've had enough of Season 12 ones. I mean, Mark Gatiss, again, was talking about Suicide Exhibition, wasn't he? He said, like, you know,
was he?
It's out there in Big Finish's hands, but he's not heard anything more about it since, so who knows there.
Maybe because it's David's availability.
Yeah, you got to wait for that, haven't you? It's the Gugu first Toymaker story, Luke. In full, yeah, to be fair. And it's a
good story. I mean, that was getting a load of hate on Twitter, wasn't it? Like the worst special.
Nah.
Which it's not.
Nah. They're all strong for me.
Church on Ruby Road's.
You've not watched it all. You can't talk about it.
No, but
You're not allowed an opinion.
Fine, okay. All right.
He's just a hater. But I honestly don't know which of, like, if you just look at the free 60th specials, I don't know which I would say is my least favorite. Or like,
they all have different qualities that I like. Like Wild Blue Yonder is probably the strongest story.
It's like the one I look at and I can say, yes, that is technically the best. But I get more comfort from the Star Beast and possibly the Giggle as well. Like, 40
minutes of a giggle. Superb telly.
And something about the Star Beast as well. It's just...
It's comfort, I think.
Yeah,
it's comfort.
It ticks all the right boxes for me. It tingles my molecules in
the
correct way. We're in sympathetic resonance with each other, me and the Star Beast.
Yeah. I'm just a sucker for the meep. And it was just the joy of actually experiencing it as well. Just waiting that long and then you're like, oh, it's here. It's great, and it's got such an energy and vigor. I love Star Beast.
Yeah,
it's got a swagger. Star Beast. It knows it's good.
Yeah, that's it. Like, those first opening minutes, like just the swagger of the 14th Doctor wandering around Camden, the music playing, you just feel so warm and fuzzy inside. You're back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff.
So good.
Joe Bauer said, it wouldn't surprise me if we get one more First Doctor Adventures box set with David Bradley to resolve the cliffhanger from the last set, then move into the Unbound range. I feel like whatever this Unbound thing is, it is connected to that cliffhanger. I don't think it's Unbound in the same sense as the Unbound series. I think it's more just that's a buzzword they use for it. Because Benny, the Unbound universe, isn't technically a non-canon story, if that makes sense. David Bradley Unbound sets where Barbara and Ian are killed by him in the Cave of Skulls.
Wow.
That would be dark stuff. That could be a Torchwood. David Bradley, First Doctor murderer. I mean, they've lost poor Murray Melvin now, so they're in need of a creepy old man character. Just get twisted for when Doctor Who becomes public domain.
Wow.
That'll be what happens. We'll get a First Doctor slasher movie.
Oh, jeez.
Beating people to death with rocks. Instead of Cave of Skulls, it's Caving Your Skull in.
Oh, that's going to be the title of the film.
Oh, no. Mark 7 was a character created by Terry Nation and was originally in short stories and comics in the Dalek Outer Space book and annuals as timescales, indeed. Which I think, again, worked well for Dalek Universe as a Terry Nation universe series, really.
Yeah, it was Terry Nation's sandbox, wasn't it?
Yeah, just Big Finish playing with all of his different creations in one. But, obviously with the Daleks being the most popular, they're the ones in the title. If you could do a Sontarans versus Rutans style series with the Master, which Master would you have against which Doctor and which companions? Dad, there's so many great combinations you could have, really, isn't there? I think Missy and Seven would be interesting. That was sort of what I was expecting with Once a Future. But I'm glad
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Just because they've not done it, you want War Doctor and War Master. Just because it feels like an obvious thing they've not done.
I feel like we'll get that at some point.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe even in maybe the next War Master box set, who knows? Yeah. With when it comes to War Master, I wouldn't mind a classic Doctor. And maybe third Doctor would be interesting.
Ooh, yeah, the suave gentleman. Yeah, very cool. I mean, who could you throw John Sim against? I feel like I was going to go Peter because young Doctor, but I feel like Colin would be interesting. Go up against John Sim, just such a random combo. Yeah.
Nice. Alex McQueen Master is at the top of that list with anyone. It's a Super Mystical Collection. Oh yeah, please give us more Alex McQueen Master Big Finish.
Yeah, it's good to have him back.
3 years since Masterful now when he last appeared. He needs another story somewhere. I mean, that was all that'd be my hope with the 8th Doctor Adventures at some point as well. With the Live in Hell and stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's probably the easiest place to squeeze him in. Okay. He reigns supreme, and he deserves more box sets to his name. I mean, we got the Beavers Master back now after quite a while.
Yeah, poor Jeffrey Beaver's like, this is probably the last time I'll act against these characters. I'm like, oh no, Jeffrey, no.
Oh. He's sort of sounding a bit older, though. He's going a bit lispy like Colin did for a while.
Well, I think Colin had something done to him, didn't he? Dental-wise.
Every popular Doctor Who story gets hate on Twitter. That's very true, Stylish.
That's a sign that it's a good story. Because everybody wants to be edgelords and be like, no, this is not cool.
Yeah, we've moved on from that phase now.
Yeah,
you haven't. You hate Church of Ruby Road.
I don't hate Ruby Road. I just not watched it all.
You can't hate what you haven't seen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I'm not hating it.
That might surprise some viewers. They probably expected me to be the negative one on Church of Ruby Road, but I love it.
Do you like it first watch?
I liked it first watch, but then it grew on me even more with the second watch.
Okay.
I felt like there was something that wasn't clicking with me the first watch, but I couldn't put my finger on what it was. But for whatever reason, it just didn't bug me second watch at all.
Okay.
Yeah, it just all worked. Yeah, like my plan was, okay, let's watch this and see what's bugging me. Let's analyze this. And I was like, actually, no, it's good.
All right.
You can cross-reference any character to see every story they have been on by clicking their names on the timescales. Shameless plug there. Was a huge amount of work to cross-reference. Took years. Oh wow, timescales.
Fair play.
That's a useful little tip. Funny how the 13th Doctor told Yaz she couldn't settle down after the 12th Doctor settled down with River and the 14th Doctor settled down with Donna, both in one time and place. The stylish one. Yeah, not the best. But, we move on. We're past that era of Doctor Who now. And yeah, I mean, go back to what the timescales were saying, actually. That's part of the reason why Big Finish haven't quite updated it, because it does take so long to go through it. They put out so much. It is a lot of hard work. I think they've even had some fans emailing in saying, "Oh, I'll happily do this for you."
Yeah,
because fans are so bugged by it, like they want it themselves.
Just supply them with the audios, and they'll do it for free, practically.
Did you hear about there was this guy who got a job at on some app or whatever, fixed a bug that had been bothering him as a user for so long, then handed in his notice.
Wow.
The dedication right there. Stylish. This was to our first Doctor slasher movie meme earlier.
Okay.
But Susan, Blood and TARDIS.
There we go. There we go. Oh, jeez.
Alex McQueen and Fifth Doctor would be a good pairing, I think. So we were small.
We were close. We were close.
Were we?
Well, I'm just thinking, if we're going off the logic of the Two Masters trilogy, if Davo was a story after, he would have had McQueen.
Yeah, because after that they switched up to doing 7th Doctor, then 6th Doctor, then 5th Doctor as the order, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh no, this is when they first switched it back around.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's off because it was 200 that it went 7, then 6, then 5. Was there any other? Was there only the Locum Doctor trilogy that went in that order? Yeah, it must be because.
No, it was Vortex. No, Alien Heart, Dalek Soul.
Yeah, and that was 2017, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2016 was Two Masters because it's 45 years of the Master.
Mm.
And that's another trilogy we should do a throwback to.
That's a good point, actually.
What episode are you most looking forward to from the next series? Asks the stylish one. I mean, hard to say because we don't have too many details beyond vague leaks. I mean, the finale maybe with Mel and maybe Daleks. Who knows? I mean, it looks like we got Rose back in the finale as well, or at least she's in a unit story because she's in the unit base in the trailer. But I'm just looking forward to the whole thing, really. And also, hopefully, if it continues the momentum we've got going at the moment, I'm looking forward to each episode feeling like an event of its own rather than just feeling like another episode, which I think is something that felt like was the case in the Chibnall series. Like, even to the point that you had It Takes You Away being advertised as there's only 3 episodes left until the big finale where everything changes. It makes it feel, like it's...
Or was it Orphan 55? You don't want to miss the ending, or whatever it was. You're like, oh.
What was the ending again?
Was it Finding Out? No, that was the end of Spyfall, wasn't it? I can't remember.
Yeah.
No, it's like, was it like the episode? This is the episode that changed it all. And you're like, God, it's awful, isn't it? I don't know. I can't remember.
I mean, just when you look at the way something like Series 12 is structured with its arc, it doesn't do the episodes in between any favors. So yeah, I'm looking forward to each episode feeling like its own event again, rather than just this will do too for like the time slot for however long, 50 minutes or whatever. Was looking back to see how many stories Richard Franklin done as Mike Yates. Was surprised he only done 8 releases, said Joe Bowers. Oh, yeah, so quite spread out ones as well, probably, weren't they? Most recent being Unit Assembled.
We might have to review that if the Sea Devil thing's true.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we have got Storm of the Sea Devils.
That's true.
Yeah. I think the War Master versus the 7th Doctor would be fascinating, says Talos. Ooh, indeed.
That'd be good. Yeah, that's a good pairing. Very good pairing.
Luke calling out contrarians, then loving Power more than Church from Ruby Road. Which Power? I think I'd like Church of Ruby Road more than both Powers.
Really?
Both of the Doctor and of the Daleks.
Ruby
Road I'd rather stick on. And I don't mind Power of the Doctor. That's probably my favourite 13th Doctor story. Despite it being the longest, it's probably the one I would most happily stick on and watch.
Oh, I don't like Power of the Doctor.
Oh. I did a double of Doctor Who and EastEnders Christmas special, Peak TV. I was vibing with my Beyond Paradise and Death in Paradise at Christmas.
Oh dear.
To be fair, I didn't like Church from Ruby Road much either. It made me realise I prefer almost every Moffat Christmas special. So does Ben. You could be happy together.
Well, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Ruby Road's probably the worst RTD special.
Yeah. To be fair, I wouldn't say that's too contrarian.
You've got to agree with that.
Yeah. What? But they're all so strong, though. But it certainly ranks it lower down. Over almost every RTD Christmas special. That's a stylish one. Do you think Charlotte and Real Time will ever get downloads?
Yeah.
I think Nick Briggs have made it his mission to make sure that happens. So I'm sure sooner or later that'll do. Ethan Turley, thank you for joining us. Would you like to see the White/Black Guardian again in Big Finish? Be interested with the 2nd Doctor, David Troughton versus Michael Troughton.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I was thinking more War Doctor.
Oh yeah, see what they're up to in the Time War.
Yeah, can you imagine that sort of elements of chaos in a Time War, and then the balance of good, and trying to find good in the universe in the Time War? Something.
Stylish one says, any theories on who the one who waits is? I mean, we did a whole video on this.
Yeah, we did a little pre-record.
Yeah, we had a little chat about who that could be.
And the future as well, about what season 1 could hold.
Did you watch Loki season 2, Luke? I did. Very good stuff by the end of it. I think that's a very strong finale. Marvel often falters in the final hurdle there and messes up their finales, but no, they landed very solidly there, and I think it improved the season overall. It's one of those similar to the end of Dalek Universe. where you see where everything was going, it makes you appreciate the journey a lot more and the build up to it. Sea Devil stream, Ben loving the original story, then crying in disappointment. I suppose that was our Sea Devils and Silurians ranking, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was actually. I mean, to be honest, watching Legend of the Sea Devils was a painful experience.
Yeah. I mean, I think we'll have to do a Sea Devils stream with Stephen Noonan at some point.
Yeah, for the anniversary, definitely.
Yeah. That's definitely something we can get rolling with. But yeah, there's other plans first, though. In January, with any luck. We'll be back again,
fingers crossed.
Later this month. For 1 or maybe 2. Something you probably wouldn't be too surprised by, and then something maybe a little bit more unexpected. Sorry, I meant Ben. No, power slander. I thought we buried that shit when Stephen Noonan came on ages ago. Stephen's not here to save you now, stylish one.
This is where he pops up in the chat going, "Oh no,
hey, boys,
my office now." Sorry, Stephen. Oh dear.
Is there any Big Finish sets that you're looking for that are your white whale? Always seen, never got, says Super Small Collection. I've never heard that phrase before, but that's it. But it's one of those ones that you hear and you think, oh, okay, I see what you mean by that.
There's 2.
What are they?
One is Chum's Midnight Vinyl.
I suppose that's sort of for you. It's never got because you have to track it down now, don't you? It's no on the side.
And the other is the Box of Delights. This is a bit of a random one. It's Jacoby, and it's a festive one. And yeah, I kind of regret
now, sadly.
Yeah, I regret not picking it up. And then obviously when it's on secondary market, it goes for silly money, and I don't want to pay like £100 for it. So like I've not seen the original thing. So I don't know.
It was originally a novel.
Yeah, it was a novel. Then
I think it has been adapted several times.
Yeah, Troughton did a. I always mean to sort of watch that, but I always forget about it.
Yeah, so it must have been on the stage quite a few times as well. I feel. For me, I don't. Always Missy has been tempting me for a while. Particularly Series 2, like with what is it? The Wrong Master or Too Many Masters, isn't it? Like I remember I saw like a little, not even clip from that. It was like someone had typed up the conversation between the Ogron Empress, the monk, and Missy. Where it's the I sent it to you as well as soon as I read it. I thought maybe I'm sleeping on Missy.
Yeah.
It's the it's where the monk's mistaken for the master, and then Missy's mocking him by going, "Time Lords changing genders. What is this nonsense you're proposing? It's PC gone mad." You love when Big Finish is able to poke fun at things like that. Poke the conservative bubble. Show them how fragile they are. I'd say Christmas Invasion is the weakest RTD Christmas special. So CBS Small Collection. It is on the weaker end.
It's one I've grown to love.
No,
because as a kid, I
Ruby Road too.
I probably won't. No. Goblin Song can do one.
Goblin Song's a banger. The bop.
Nah.
Sharda rights issues involved Douglas Adams' estate, all the actors involved, the BBC and a defunct branch of BBCI, and whoever was involved with that. A bit of a tangled web there. I agree, Whovian Christmas Invasion is dull and not festive. It's like a rival, but boring and annoying. Very stylish one. Have you listened to the latest Rani box set? No, I haven't yet. I've not picked that one up yet, but I will.
I've got it. Not listened to it yet.
All right, lads. I just went to get some protein. I don't know. I said that.
Nice.
All right,
lads.
just want to get some protein.
Let's get the badge in.
We're turning into Nick and Benji mocking all the emails.
We are.
It's funny when Steven said, Luke, I think your email might be the first one that Nick and Benji didn't take the EP out of.
We're good. We don't take the mick out of them. We give intellectual answers, hopefully.
You need protein in your diet. Eggs and bacon's the thing for breakfast.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. God. I hope for Raw Rani box set. I mean,
I think they've gone down well.
A character that could work on it, or maybe like that Suicide Squad thing they had planned for the Time Lord with different Renegade Time Lords. Stylish one asks, will you ever get into the MCU, Ben?
Probably not, no.
Fair enough. Have you read that amazing new book on the behind the scenes of the MCU, Luke? No, I haven't. Is that like the it's not an official Marvel one, is it? It's more of an outside look into it, I believe. And then they've got their official timeline one. But yeah, I think I know the one you're talking about. Because the timeline one's not really behind the scenes one. Yeah. Sea Devil stream when the spin-off is announced.
Sure.
Yeah. Is Mel going to record your reaction to the Sea Devil announcement?
Probably.
Like she did for the trailer.
She probably will. Going, look at this sad person.
Isn't it mad that Eva the Daleks is now over 2 years old?
That's wild. You know what? I'll take the Jodie specials over Church on Ruby Road.
No, get out.
I say that.
Nah. When are we getting Stephen Noonan on stream to talk with you two about Saigon? Being you just isn't enough.
You might have to give us a check with a large amount of zeros on.
Yeah, that might take a while.
I'm sure we'll get round to it eventually because I think we want to do
we'll run out of
Zygon
content soon with him.
Yeah, we'll do Terror of Zygon to be like we should add this to the discussion. No, we're not going to do that. No.
I wonder if he knows. I feel like he must know about.
He probably does.
My Big Finish white whale is seeing Barnaby Edwards in public and not going up to him and asking him about Big Finish. Maybe I was sleeping on Miss C. Luke 2024, possibly referring to John Sim in the Doctor Falls.
Oh dear.
Is it wrong that I?
Luke.
I never knew the Doctor could sing. He can, and it's magnificent. I mean, hey, he sang before in Doctor and the Pirates.
That's true.
I missed the novel adaptations, Reigns. So many options to adapt. Yeah, it'd be nice for them to go back to that. Maybe in a more limited capacity. I think
Goth Opera would be great.
It's a chill stream and I'm yawning. That's how chill it is.
Yeah, you're unwinding. It's a good time.
Been a long week. Yeah. Oh, did you see all the fuss with RTD tweeting back to work? And it's like
the Donna.
It's not even Donna, it's the not thing Donna, isn't it? As the explosion's rocking towards or is no, it might be Donna actually.
Yeah, I think it is actually Donna.
Yeah. But yeah, and then obviously it's just a meme on how terrifying and that prospectors are going back to work, because it was the day so many people went back to work on the 2nd of January. New Year's is over, all that Christmas chill time's done. But yeah, lots of people were thinking, oh, Catherine Tate's coming back to work for RTD. It's like, no, that's not what he's getting at But yeah, sorry, novel adaptations range. I mean, it's interesting actually. I mean, similar to what they did with River Song, they did rename it recently from just simply novel adaptations to the novel adaptations on the site. So maybe, and Cold Fusion did come out with DWM, got an updated cover, which looks rather nice. I mean, it's updated; it's the same cover, just rejigged to fit the.
I mean, I was tempted to download it just so I had that artwork in the account.
I mean, you still can, can't you?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that works rather nicely like that. Yeah. I think a lot of covers do work better without the sidebar now. So, like just looking at that, you can see how much more freeing it is, I suppose. But at the same time, you lost the pyramid. You win some, you lose some. My white whale of Big Finish releases at the moment are the Class Volumes 1 and 2 sets. The only two I need to complete the range.
I can imagine 2 being difficult.
But I Ace and a Dalek. Wait until Nick and Benji find out what you said about 1 to 50 fans, Luke. They won't mind. That was Gary Russell's era.
They probably know it as well.
Whichever one of you is on camera, can you please tell us about that painting behind you with Pertwee? Ben, take it away.
I can take that away. So here,
that was timescales, by the way.
Oh, so this was done by my girlfriend Mel, where she basically drew me and Pertwee together, because obviously I may look about 800 years old, but sadly Pertwee was dead when I was born. So this is the closest thing I can get to a photo of me and the great man himself. So yeah,
wonderful stuff.
Yeah, pop them up there. That's where it falls.
I thought it did used to have our names next to it, like next to our icons.
Maybe because I've got the banner.
Does that?
Yeah,
there we go. It's that.
Yeah,
so
it's a banner.
There you go, timescales. You know which one is which.
There we go.
The Time Lord Squad is a massive missed opportunity, says Stylish One. Yeah, that was when we talked about the old Suicide Squad idea they had. Evil the Daleks is one of the most disappointing episodes of Doctor Who. I agree.
Still better than Church on Ruby Road.
No. Watch it all, then say that. But you won't say that. You'll love it. Ben, are you saying you didn't enjoy Janice the Goblin singing about eating babies? You didn't even get to that part.
I've seen the video of it.
You love your baby butter for your baby scones. Baby scones.
Get out. No, not a fan.
I will break into song. I'll do the whole bloody thing.
Hit it, Janice. I will hit Janice. Literally.
Oh, the Goblin King. Oh, the Goblin King.
Yeah, so this is solo stream time now. Luke's probably cackling to himself right now.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. There we go. I finished Luke off just like I will kill Janice. Finish Janice off.
You're gonna kill her with rocks like First Doctor in the Cave of Skulls.
Yeah, I will cave her skull.
Well, watch the whole of Church of Ruby Road and you get to see the whole goblin ship go up in smoke.
Oh, that'll be a joy.
See the Goblin King impaled.
I've seen the memes of it. I've seen the memes of like the hot fuzz with like the Goblin King. Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if that was actually an intentional reference on Russell's part.
He probably mentions it on the podcast, on the In Vision commentary or whatever it is.
Funny story. Ben is a time traveler who went back to see John Pertwee, says Sam.
That's quite.
Yeah. Or is John Pertwee a time traveler who came forward to see Ben?
That's the thing. He is the Doctor.
He crossed the void beyond the mind. Next Monday, I'm doing my acting course, says Daniel Haker. Now enjoy.
Good luck.
Sam says that's what the painting is about. Yeah, there you go. That's your story.
Yeah.
What is a check for a large amount of zeros and has a 0 in first place? Lol, I could do that, says Timescales.
To be honest, it would probably be a lot of fun, and I'm sure Stephen would have many insightful, funny quips to say.
Big
Yeah.
Finish Adapt Transit Challenge. There'd be many interesting things to say on that one. How do you think Batman March found out they cast a woman doctor? Asked Sam. Imagine he found out the same as the rest of us, didn't he?
Probably did, and probably had a rage quit, and then
I think he's fine with it now, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, completely fine. I adore Batman March.
Yeah.
He's probably my favorite YouTuber.
My favorite YouTuber is Pertwee Smith.
All right. You're not being.
I'm not technically on the channel. I'm just a guest who never leaves. I'm the awkward uncle.
Oh dear me.
Big Finish adapt longbow.
Oh.
Big Finish
That's a Goblin King
Barrow challenge, says Talos.
That'll be.
I mean, he's Jabba the Hutt, really, isn't he?
Yeah, well, potentially.
Diego Luna would love them both.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? The interviews?
Yeah, he's like, I want to touch Jabba.
Yep, I want to touch Jabba. I want to feel him. It became so much for me. People tried to get like Jabba into the Andor series. He's like, no, I don't want. I don't want Andor to meet Jabba. I want to meet Jabba personally, is what he was saying.
Oh man.
What else we got here? Human Dalek hybrids fighting an evil Emperor 8th Doctor and a sequel to the Curse of Fatal Death. Big Finish, you are sitting on some gold, says Stylish One. Big Finish make a good novel adaptation challenge, says Hoover Small Collection. I think they've done some good ones.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, some of them good. Nightshade's great.
Good, brilliant one.
I mean, Church and Ruby Road's just damaged goods, isn't it? A little bit of it.
There you go. Yeah, there's certainly some similarities there. There you go. Yeah, Russell going back to some old ideas there. Do you guys listen to the Big Finish podcast with the two guys going through all of Big Finish in chronological order?
I've just started listening to those, actually.
Who are they?
One of them does like was quite handy getting into Big Finish. Did like blog posts on like Big Finish reviews and stuff. And they've recently done like a Big Finish A to Z where they pick like their favorite thing from Big Finish relating to a letter, and I was like, that'd be a good idea for us to do, but
nick
it, yeah.
Yeah, what's their names then? I think we got Be Fair and Actually Plug.
Finish Big, I think it is.
Oh, yeah, I have heard of them. I mean, that must be an interesting challenge, because surely as you go along through chronological order, things will pop up that slot in between things you've already done. Hey, let's not pick on Ruby Road. I actually liked it, says Sam. I'm with you, Sam.
No, thank you.
Can't believe Poe from Teletubbies played a goblin. Yeah, that's another reason to like Church on Ruby Road.
All right.
I mean, it's impressive how they did it as well. Like, I wouldn't have thought it was actually people in costumes, then green screened on over so that they look smaller. I mean, I'm not a fan of the hands reaching in on shots like that looks a bit janky. But I think the goblins themselves in full view are very well done. Which is odd because you think it'd be the other way around. You think, the goblins in full view would be the more dodgy looking ones, and then the hands would work better on their own, but no. Gary Russell is God, period, says the timescales.
I mean, we like the 1 to 50. Luke hasn't really experienced, but we'll have a video talking about 1 to 50s and the changes of Big Finish. Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking the monthly range.
Oh yeah, that too. We are doing the monthly range tier list.
That'll feature 1 to 50 and 51 to 275.
Yeah, so that'll be coming in March.
Yeah. I prefer Ben's Across the Void Beyond the Bed.
Me too. Me too. It's a number one in multiple realities, just not this one, sadly.
Oh dear. Luke, friendship ended with Ben. I'm going back to my own channel and take Stephen Doonan with me.
He probably will.
Batman March made a clip where he went back in time with his TARDIS. Oh wow!
Oh yeah, that's like one of the old reviewer defs. Yeah.
Okay. Right. To be fair, I think me and Stephen did jokingly say if you weren't available for Dalek Invasion Birth on the 26th, we do it ourselves without you.
And with that bombshell, he's gone. He ain't coming back. Let's see where we are in the chat. You can have time out for being naughty, Luke, because that's uncallful.
Oh, I was just about to type in the chat.
All right.
I was going to join them in there.
It's all right. Okay. All right.
Sontaran Stratagem / Poison Sky review, aged like fine wine. I'm assuming that's referring to that's Sam
the
review of Death again. When did they do that one?
Oh, I think it was like 2015, 16.
The best YouTuber is obviously Balstrek. That man has unique insights, says Talos. We don't want to catch any bars from him.
No.
We don't want him doing a hate video on us. We wouldn't survive.
I mean, to be honest, we get clout.
Yeah, true. Come at us, Balstrek. Okay, I have to hunger quick. Got to go make lunch. Thanks for the fun today, and peace out from San Francisco. Says Timescales.
Thanks for joining. Thank you.
Thank you for joining. Always a pleasure to have you. Oh wait, you were talking about Joe Ford and the Finish Big podcast. Joe and his friend Rock, and that's great fun. I interviewed Joe on my YouTube channel a few years ago. Joe Ford equals Doc Oho or Ohu. Oh, yeah, that's another thing I've seen reviews on.
That's like the blog post.
A blog site, yeah. Shocked you guys didn't know that. I thought all British people knew each other. We're getting there slowly.
We are.
There we go. If you do a monthly range tier list, please listen to the Sick Doctor and Charlie audios first. I mean, you've listened to them, haven't you, Ben?
I've listened to the Condemned, and I'll probably try and listen to a few more before we do the list.
Yeah. To be fair, the Condemned, I think, is down to $7.99 now, isn't it, for download?
I don't know, actually.
Let's have a check. Chill Stream, we can afford to just sit back and look up random Big Finish releases on the website. Yeah, it's something like that. So maybe I can pick out without a sale. We'll see. We've got a fair bit to listen to at the moment, though. So, yeah, maybe you'll get to hear me talking about that on the big monthly range tier list when we get around to it. Woot's monthly range tier list. I will be seated and have a lot to say. Maybe we could do that one as a premiere.
Yeah, maybe.
So there can be a chat. Yeah. I will also have a lot to say, including behind the scenes information on the monthly range. I'd love to hear it, Stylish one.
That'd be great.
Stylish, if they don't, it means we can all tell Ben and Luke to put them at 10 out of 10.
Really? Are they really all 10 out of 10s?
Any update on the Pertwee chest hair, Ben?
Do you know what? I have no memory of this.
No, I was just wondering. Is something you remember?
God, no. It'll have to. I don't know. I can't remember. I say a lot of stuff out of context. I'm like, what did I say?
Oh, Sam says, who was that video that deleted all his videos back a few years ago? And who Missable Collection responded with TARDIS archives? Yeah, I believe it was. But I think they started up again, didn't they?
I don't know.
Yeah. I think with RTD2, they came back for a bit. Yeah. I mean, the only bad Sixth Doctor and Charlie story is Paper Cuts.
See, that's one what interests me the most.
That's Draconians, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's got like origami, like samurai warriors or something like that.
Oh, wow.
What's the Doomwood Curse like? Because that doesn't seem like it's a 10 out of 10.
Oh no, I think that gets a lot of hate, doesn't it?
Yeah, that doesn't seem 10 out of 10. So I feel like
that
you might
dark
be
husband level.
Yeah.
Hate. Luke told you, Ben, to shave Pertwee's face onto your chest for Mel. Oh, I thought you were talking about literally Pertwee's chest there. I don't remember this either, to be fair. I think it's one of my better Luke videos. I think also, I don't think that Black Hole video is coming out, so footage is gone. Oh
no.
That's a shame to hear.
Well, maybe for Pertwee's birthday, I'll reveal the Pertwee chest hair. I don't know.
You're just gonna do the Superman style ripping.
Yeah.
Pertwee on your chest hair. Yeah, I have no memory of that still, but I trust your memory more than mine, Stylish One.
It sounds like a thing Luke would say, to be honest.
Sounds like a thing that would get me banished backstage.
No, you're all right at the minute.
There we go. Oh, we made a video 2 weeks ago. There we go.
All right.
Back. If you go in expecting camp, you will enjoy it.
Right.
Hayley Atwell is in the Doomwood Curse. There's credibility.
It all makes sense.
And apparently, it also has Lancashire Colin.
So we've got Manc Colin, we've got Lancashire Colin.
We've got Lanky.
We've got Lanky. We've got Dental Colin from the 11 books. Crikey.
I swear there's been another Colin recently. That's where he's put on a voice. Like an American one, maybe?
He's been Captain Jack.
Yeah, that's it. There we go. Don't forget Grell Colin. What's Grell Colin? We've forgotten Grell Colin.
Yeah, forgot Grell Colin.
And what Stylish One told us not to do.
And we forgot it. Damn it.
Sorry.
The universe is going to end.
This is the most loved Doomwood Curse has got.
Well, you guys have lied about your 10 out of 10s, then, haven't you?
There we go. Oh, Grell Colin is also in the Doomwood Curse. There we go.
That's probably why we don't know it.
Oh, here you go. Talos has some good words about Paper Cuts. Paper Cuts is an absolute No, Paper Cuts is just a banger, not an absolute banger. Sorry, I'm putting words into there, Talos. Another Mark Platt classic. The love-hate relationship I have with Mark Platt hurts as Missable Collection. I know how you feel.
I can kind of agree, because like he can write stuff like Spare Parts and then write The Behemoth, which that's a rough one. For me, personally.
And yeah, that's one I never got past part 1 on.
All right, I'll watch Ruby Road
if I listen to The Behemoth.
Yeah.
I think I'll have to before we do our tier list. Rain Cloud Man is also hilarious. They were just going full on comedy in that Sixth Doctor run, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
Like Frostfire was Mark Platt, and I love it. Then Doctor's Tale a few years ago was also a bit pants. I thought you liked the Doctor's Tale, Ben.
I quite like the Doctor's Tale, but then again, it's been nearly 10 years since I listened to it.
That's true. Yeah, it was 15, wasn't it?
14.
Oh, yeah, it was 14. Good Lord. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do some 2014 throwbacks to celebrate 10 years of us getting into Big Finish.
Yeah, maybe July. Maybe we can do that at a time of like 25 years of Big Finish of Doctor Who Big Finish.
And then Masters of Earth. That's gonna be 10 years old.
Oh,
I think Philip Hitchcock presents as well.
Yeah, I mean we've talked about Masters of Earth. I say recently, probably like 6 months ago.
What was that?
For a project.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
But not like we've not re-listened to it. And
yeah.
That's the same review. I mean, because we've done Fourth Doctor Series 3 and Fifth Doctor box set before.
Yeah.
That was like when we were just starting up. And our
Streams.
current guys, really.
Yeah.
Brotherhood of the Daleks is the funniest behind the scenes.
Is it just a Sixth Doctor comedy series at this point?
Yeah. Is there something about India Fisher and behind the scenes being hilarious? Because there's some very funny stuff with her and who is it who plays Audacity?
Oh, Jane Griffiths.
Yeah, Jay Griffiths. Yeah, them two together is hilarious. I think it's the middle story, the Empty Man. The behind the scenes there is blimmin' hilarious. Them talking about the Doctor needing 2 prim women to boss him around. Oh, it's good stuff. It's rare to be laughing out loud at something said in the behind the scenes. I better head off because I got a hair trim tomorrow night, everyone.
You gotta look fresh. Goodbye, Sam. Enjoy your protein and your haircut.
Yeah. All the best. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I always picture India Fisher with a glass of wine in the behind the scenes.
It makes total sense.
Yeah, you sort of do get that party gossip feel about it, I suppose. Yeah. Mad Auntie India. India Fisher talks about being dissatisfied with the way Charlie was written in the scene in Brotherhood, so coming back in the next day and make a Big Finish rewrite and re-record the scene.
Wow.
Fair. All power to her. Bet Davison recently did that with Necromantia. Came back in the next day and made a rewrite the entire story.
Wow. Oh God, we'll have to talk about that as well. Crikey.
I love Alan Barnes explain his thought process behind Brotherhood. He basically found a bunch of gimmicks with Dalek stories and stuck them together, namely Dalek communists and Daleks on drugs. Fair enough. Fun fact in the behind the scenes of Night's Black Agents, Fraser Hines literally gives everyone a load of wine and it gets wild.
That sounds very Fraser Hines.
Yeah, that was very Fraser. I disagree that the Six and Charlie arc is just comedy. You have a few light-hearted ones, but they're mostly serious, especially that last Churches at Talos. Yeah, I think that's mostly us just teasing the chat about that one.
Yeah. I mean, we've not listened to it all, so we can't say that it's a comedy or neither.
Yeah, we've just had people saying this story is hilarious, this story is hilarious, so we're like, comedy run. Fun fact, nobody in the cast of Brotherhood of Daleks knew what was going on. I mean, I think that happens a lot with Big Finish, to be fair.
I mean, that's just everybody on Behind the Sofa going, what's this?
Yeah.
Just Doctor Who?
The Condemned is hilarious, yet bleak. Oh, I do love a hilarious, yet bleak.
You all for £7.
There you go. £8.
Sorry. Oh, okay.
You know, close enough either way.
Get your 10% off, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll have to throw it on top of some big order. Yeah, 10% off. That'll bring it down to £7.20.
There you go.
Yeah, I also saw Goodbye Piccadilly was on. I don't know how long that's going to be on offer for. But
it's on the 12 days of Big Finish, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. Well, let's have a look at the 12 days of Big Finish sale.
It's Star Cops League. You probably got it.
I secretly listen to it every night. Merry 2023. I need to go back and check what the actual code is. It's Merry 23, not Merry 2023. Offer.
J1 Lightfoot and Strax is on offer, which is definitely worth £2.99.
Yeah, I'll just share that quick. So you start off with your Big Finish magazine, free downloads. Those seem like interesting little things they used to do.
Yeah, I picked those up.
No, have you listened to them at all?
No. I just thought I'd nab them while they're on offer.
It seems like the pre-Big Finish podcast.
Yeah.
That sort of deal. 12 Doctor Chronicles. You got that one, didn't you?
Yeah, it's a good set. It does a lot of lifting for Series 8, like gaps within it.
There's Star Cops.
Luke's got that one.
Yep. Breakaway got that one as well. You got Bernie Summerfield Treasury, didn't you?
No, that's the one that actually tempted me, because I was like, it's a chunky thing and like for £2.
Yeah, I mean, it's a load of short stories, isn't it? Probably like 30p per story, maybe.
Yeah.
Is it 20 stories for
something like that?
That makes sense. The title of it. Yeah, I know it is Tortured by Piccadilly. That's the one that I may be tempted by because I've got most of the other Tortured Soho stuff. So it'd be good to plug that gap. And it's weird thinking that's only release number 23, I think. And we're now into we're into the 80s. No, we're on 78 at the moment. Was the December one. Time Machine, some H.G. Wells there. High Price of Parking, and I got that one anyway. But that's one I've been tempted to re-listen to.
Looks of Last Day, or
sort of just a while ago when I was in a 7th Doctor mood anyway, going through re-listenings to stuff. Some Avengers there. Jake on Lightfoot Tracks the Haunting. Pick that up if you haven't.
Luke certainly has.
Yeah, I've already got that one. You've got this.
Well, it doesn't say you've got High Price of Parking.
No, it's because that was on a different account.
Oh, all right. I was going to say.
Because my subscriptions used to be birthday presents.
I got you.
Monthly range, so obviously it was bought for a different account. But I still got the downloads and then transferred them over. Sherlock Holmes. And some short trips. I think that's it. Yeah, there you go. That's our look at the sale. Does the last day make sense to you, Luke, since you haven't heard the black and white TARDIS arc? I have heard Gods and Monsters right at the end of the black and white. Is that technically part of the black and white TARDIS arc?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good one. It's a good story.
Yeah. I mean, 4 parts in it's making sense. The only thing that threw me off is something that's apparently from a story I've listened to anyway with Quantum Possibility Engine, so... Taylor says, I know Ben's answer, but is Luke a physical or download Big Finish customer? I mean, yeah, Ben's answer's sort of behind him there.
Yeah, it is. Download.
I'm 50-50, really. I think when it comes... I get the big bundle of the Classic Doctors box sets, 1 through 8, physically. And I get the 9th Doctor's one. I'll get the 10th Doctor ones that come along. But as for other stuff, it's mostly download. Once a future, I got physical because that's something special. I'm still debating with Sultanas versus Routons, to be honest. That's the reason I haven't pre-ordered that yet because I don't know whether
you want to get that cover physically, though.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
And you can eat good.
Feed my eyes.
Exactly. A feast for the ears and the eyes.
Yeah. Weird to think in March, Tortured Monthlies will be 18 months away from being 10 years old.
That's a wild thought, because I remember when it was announced.
Yeah. Was that September 2015 that the conspiracy came out then?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they were plugging it at Big Finish Day.
That's just so bizarre how times have changed there with the whole excitement over a new series license and now it just being commonplace, really.
Yeah. and that they had to get a special license for the bronze Daleks, and now they're on every new series cover practically.
Yeah. I mean, they're even muscling in on the Paradigm Daleks territory.
Yeah.
On the Victory of the Doctor cover.
Which is great.
Bastards.
I know. But hopefully we can see the Paradigms just go, get out of here. Yeah. Don't want
that. I suppose we'll vocally be able to tell the difference as well.
Yeah. Hopefully Nick honours the Paradigm voice. Yeah. Which he's honoured the Cybus and for Nightmare and Silver Cybermen, so hopefully.
The fact you stopped at part 4 hurts. Part 5 is my favourite part. I've not stopped. I've just momentarily paused. I'll get back to it.
Luke's gonna listen to all the black and white stuff. Then he's gonna do part 5.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Black and white TARDIS arc is really good, if long and confusing. Oh, Louise says, I finally catch a stream for once. Been a fan of you guys for a while. Thank you, Louise.
Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Welcome to the chat. Just pretty chill one today.
Yeah, nice chill one, talking about Big Finish, really, and just having a good time. Really?
Catching up with everyone, because it's been a while since we've done a stream like this. Favorite and least favorite 2023 film. How many films have I even seen in 2023?
I only saw 2.
Oh, there you go. So which one was better? Which one was... You did the Barbenheimer, didn't you?
No, I only did Barbie.
Oh, did you? Oh, you didn't even do it. Oh, what's the other film?
Mission Impossible, because somebody at work was going to see it, and their person cancelled. And they're like, "Do you want to go?" And I was like, "Sure, I'm going to see it." And I had a good time watching it. I had a good time watching both films, to be honest.
Did you join the Joe Brennan meme war?
I got the memes. I got the memes from TARDIS posting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Barbie's an important movie, I think. I think it had obviously a stronger message than Mission Impossible. But then Mission Impossible had a commentary on AI, so both have their own
merits.
Things. Yeah.
Yeah. What did I? So I watched Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh yeah, that's probably actually. I'd say Guardians of the Galaxy top, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania bottom. I did watch that. I also watched Five Nights at Freddy's. That's probably in the middle.
Really? You watched that? Okay.
Yeah. I think that is all 3 films I saw that year. I can't think of any others.
Didn't even do Oppenheimer.
No, I need to go there. Tom Cruise Big Finish when.
I'm sure they can afford it.
He could do all his own stunts in the studio.
Literally, Tom Baker does too. He has the costume and everything.
I mean, Davison definitely does when he's recording at home.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't given a Big Finish collection update, says Who Built a Small Collection. I now officially have 1998 to 2008, all physically Doctor Who wise. Wow.
Hey, marvelous.
I don't think you're the Who Built a Small Collection anymore.
Relatively big collection.
Yeah.
The
mid-sized collection.
How was the space doing? Have you got enough room for it all? Because
have you planned it all out?
I'm struggling.
It never stops.
Doesn't it? Just keeps growing.
Whovian, make sure you look at the booklet artwork. So stylish one. I love it. Yeah, make the most of them. They're gone soon.
Yeah,
2013, I think they died, or 14. Yeah, when we got into Big Finish, they were like, they don't need these anymore.
Yeah, I think as soon as like the 50th logo, I think it was sort of back in 2013.
Yeah, it was 20. I mean, they kept them around for some box sets though. Like I think they're there till Dark Eyes 4, aren't they? Whovian. So this is a stylish one. He says, Whovian, am I still the Whovian with a small collection with my collection? Deep stuff to think about.
Those are like shower thoughts. That's like a shower thought thing. When do I not become a small collection?
Yeah. As long as they write Scientology into the story, they can get Cruise lol. Oh dear.
There we go.
The shelf I bought is about half full. I did a count up and I have 441 releases. I think the worst part is not even half, and my shelf is almost 3/4 full. Yeah, I mean, when you think about how much uptick there is in releases after 2008 as well, like, I think around 2010 to 12, isn't it, when things really start to kick off a bit more?
I would say 2014, really. So I think as soon as like the new series license hit,
yeah, that's when it was box sets galore.
Everything.
But eventually you get to a point where they shrink them down, though, because it's no longer 4-disc chunky wide ones. It's the slipcover box sets. Yeah. 2009 is the start of the box sets.
Yeah, you got Cyberman 2.
Yeah, but they're not as unrelenting as they later become.
Yeah, it's literally you have a box set. Everyone has a box set.
Yeah. Big Finish collections always look impressive until you look at the website.
Yeah, I think physically they look quite impressive when you see like stuff all complete. Like, oh yeah, that's really nice. Or when the spines match, which is rare for Big Finish, that's quite satisfying.
Yeah. Oh, and Iris Wild Time Series 2 was apparently one of the first box sets.
Oh, okay.
Who have you waited until you could say you have a physical copy of Prisoners in Space? Ferris had probably already busted out the wine before he showed up that day.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I think that's his favourite Big Finish.
Yeah, they were doing that.
Yeah.
Ben loves Cyrus almost as much as Luke loves Star Cops.
I mean, I like Muse of Fire. I like Muse of Fire a lot. I like that one a lot.
They've not really done anything Iris related other than those audiobooks, have they? Those are even more chunkier ones than the audio novels. I think they're like twice the length of that, which is insane. Yeah, where is she? There we go. Iris Wild Time. What's the most recent figure?
I don't want Prisoners in Space, but I want Destroyers. It's valid.
Yeah. So, Fellowship of Ink. How long is this one? 618 minutes. So, a fairly chunky one. Not quite double length, but yeah, nevertheless long. Oh, and then Polyphene Terror is only 345. I say only, as if that's short, but you know what I mean. There we go. What was the last box set? It was Wild Time Reloaded, which came out in 2015.
Wow.
That's an interesting cover as well. It's like it always looks like an Iris Wild Time animated series artwork. I suppose it's not the tone they were going for. Yeah, because that seemed very much like it was an attempt to relaunch it, wasn't it?
Yeah, and obviously,
I mean, being called Reloaded.
Quite work.
No. Scott Hancock wrote one.
We like Scott Hancock here.
He wrote An Extraterrestrial Werewolf in Belgium.
That sounds like a very Iris Wild Time title.
Yeah.
If there was one.
Huvia, will you get the world's a Big Finish? Our stylish one. This isn't even a question to us, but I'm reiterating it.
Are you getting it?
You here, just in case you're. Oh, here we go. Recently, I managed to find a Gallifrey Series 4 box set for cheap, so that kept me entertained.
That's meant. I know one of the Gallifrey sets is really difficult to find because I remember when James was trying to get a physical Gallifrey, I think that was the one series that was difficult. I
get him for a good while. Yeah, I'll get the World's Big Finish, the Super Visible Collection.
There we go.
Yeah. Sliders one also asked, any predictions what Big Finish will release for their 25th anniversary? It's odd that we haven't actually heard anything about it. I don't know if after Once the Future they're slightly not burn out, but you know what I mean? It was like too close to do anything.
Yeah,
that'll be July, won't it? So
yeah, maybe it's the same thing as like the 50th and like 10 years of the new series.
Yeah, because they did do 20 years, obviously. With, like, I mean, that's mad to think. You know, that was 20 years. Now we're almost at 25.
Doesn't feel like it at all.
No, that feels like a recent thing, but I think that was 2019. Yeah.
What a weird box set that is.
I mean, that was when they had all the Big Finish going on YouTube, didn't they, as well? They had like a whole day built around.
Yeah, maybe we can have something like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be nice to say like that again.
Get us to present it.
There we go. We'll gladly do that.
We'll do it, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they might do something, at least. Some sort of time.
We'll probably get like a special video.
Yeah. But I mean, like, release-wise, I mean, maybe another series, like after Sultanas versus Rutans?
I mean, it is looking quite gappy.
Yeah, there's
certain months.
Room for more things to be announced, particularly when you get beyond, I think, May, I believe it is. I think once you get to June, it starts to get a bit there. Maybe we finish for at least Absent Fred. Wait, Nick Briggs. No, please. I was just joking.
I've still got it in order. I've still got it on order.
Yeah, you're still waiting for it. You didn't get your Black Knight, did you?
No, they didn't. They didn't give it me. The swines.
You swines.
Jason Gallery said that Regeneration for something special was planned for the 25th anniversary.
Ah, thank you for letting us know, Joe. That's interesting. Wonder if it'd be another multi-doctor box set of some kind then? Or multi-doctor series. So it does feel like that's sort of the way you have to go at this point.
I mean, I'm surprised we're not getting 50 years of Tom.
I mean, we might be.
Yeah, but I mean, feel like
they're more likely to do it for Robot than they are for Planet of the Spiders. Because like with 40 years of Fifth Doctor, that was done to tie in with, you know, Castroval, but not Logopolis. I mean, with Colin, it's a bit different because there's only a week between Caves Van Trizani and Twin Dilemma. But I imagine that'll be released on the anniversary of Twin Dilemma episode 1. You know, hopefully get details of that fairly soonish. What would it do for 40 years of Colin? I mean, heck, The Brothers is coming out on TV at some point.
Oh, the Colin thing that he was in.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Maybe it'll be a Doomwood Curse sequel to Stylish One.
That's what we want.
Maybe another thing similar to End at the Beginning and Sirens of Time.
Something sort of low key. Just like one special release.
But maybe done in like 1 hour stories instead.
Or maybe they might just do something random like here, 4 Doctors is available as a non-subscriber thing.
I mean, they could do that anyway and not necessarily be the special 25th anniversary thing. I feel like if it's something planned for it, it'll be something like, you know, they need to record and stuff. A release to put out. At least one release. I mean, we were getting those 20th anniversary box sets, weren't we? It's like, you know, 6th Doctor and Perry, 7th Doctor New Adventures. I wonder if they'll do anything like that.
But again, you've kind of you've got it with the 6th Doctor and 5th Doctor recently, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Their own little celebrations.
It's just like everything's a celebration at this point. I mean, yeah, sometimes
every year's an anniversary for something.
Yeah. I mean, not that we're complaining because it means we get more streams out.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Any non-Doctor Who shows or movies you're looking forward to? Our stylish one.
What, from this year?
Yeah, I imagine so.
Or just in general?
Yeah, or could be next year, to be fair. Andor looks like that's going to be next year. So, I had a dream about that actually.
You had a dream about Andor?
Yeah, was 9 episodes in and it was disappointing. So hopefully that's not a premonition. But yeah, that was some weird dream. But yeah, Andor next year definitely hyped for, because what a banger Series 1 is.
Yeah, I'd probably say maybe The Last of Us, whenever that happens again, and
I think
House
that's
of Dragons.
Filming fairly soon, isn't it? They've cast Abby, haven't they?
Yeah, that's a really good show, Last of Us.
Yeah, House of Dragons this year, isn't it?
Yeah, House of Dragons is in the summer, which would be exciting.
Yeah.
Think there's anything else?
I'm enjoying Percy Jackson at the moment.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty good halfway through. It's a very strong adaptation. I mean, The Acolyte from Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars again, Bad Batch.
Oh, yeah. Look, that's the last one, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Oh, Echo. Not Bad Batch Echo.
I was going to say
Marvel Echo. That comes out next Wednesday or Tuesday. That's like, returning to the world of the Netflix shows they did with Daredevil and such. Yeah, so that's got Vincent D'Onofrio back as Kingpin, and it's going for the more gritty style. Like it's pushing the TVMA they call it in America. The more mature tone that Marvel doesn't usually go for anymore. So that's exciting. Anything else that comes to mind? Ooh, Death in Paradise. There we go.
Of course. Is that still going?
Yeah.
Crikey.
And it's Christmas special. It's getting its series 13 sometime this year. Or sometime pretty soon.
It's getting fluxed.
There you go. I mean, that's because that started 2010, I think, maybe.
Oh, yeah, it would be.
2010 it would have been. And then that's pretty much had a series every year. So it's funny, it's already caught up Doctor Who, despite Doctor Who having quite a few years on it. Like, it didn't even slow down too much during COVID. Well, I think obviously production was affected, but in terms of releasing the series, there wasn't a knock-on effect. Like, I didn't skip a year or anything. It came out January 2020, and then January 2021, same as normal. Luke, I'm on season 2, episode 16 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and loving it. Season 1 was so good and the last few episodes were amazing. I rewatched Winter Soldier and liked it even more. Season 2 is even better so far. Season 2 is such a good one. Episode 16, what happens in that one?
I don't know. I can't help you.
Yeah, I better not say because I might get it wrong and it be episode 17 or something. But yeah, I know about the time of the season. I know you've had the Hydra stuff and now you're moving into the Inhumans half of the arc. These are just words to Ben. He doesn't know what I'm saying.
It's all gobbledygook, to quote a short trip.
No, an interlude.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That's true. Oh, dear.
It's all Greek to me.
There we go.
Yeah. I hope by the end of the year to have 2013 Big Finish complete. Or best of luck with that.
I mean, the way you're going,
it's
possible. It's possible.
Death in Paradise also has the spin-off continuing and a new spin-off starting. Yes, it does.
When does it end?
Yeah, it's doing better at Doctor Who than at building a universe.
Okay. I mean, it's got all its episodes on iPlayer.
Yeah, that as well. Louise says, I really just got back into Big Finish. I started listening in 2020 and stopped by the end of 2022 because I was feeling burnt out on it. Oh, that's a shame. But at the same time, fair enough. We can relate.
Yeah, I think 2022, it just hit me so bad. And I think going into 2023 as well. And then once and Future started, I was like, oh, and then I kind of felt the burnout. But for me, I've kind of learned go back to like the old stuff.
Yeah.
Go back to
the middle-aged stuff, I suppose.
The middle-aged Big Finish. And you'll get sort of you'll find a story that kind of reignites it, or just take a bit of time off it. It's a difficult thing. Well, yeah.
Just got back into it.
I think the thing for us is it's an ever-growing thing. It's a new release each week practically, and it can feel quite. It almost feels like a chore in that sense, but you're not listening to it because you want to. You're listening to it because you have to, so you don't fall behind.
Yeah, I mean that's partly why I've not got to the Last Day Part 5 yet.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'd rather listen when I'm in the mindset for it.
Yeah.
I mean, that certainly helped me with War Doctor, I think. Begin saving Volume 5 Casualties of War. No, Comrades in Arms, sorry. For December, oddly enough. And then just go, you know what? I'm oddly in the mood for some Jonathan Carley as the War Doctor. I think because of the Sontarans versus Rutans announcement. So I finally listened to it. And yeah, I loved it. Whereas at the time, I was just never quite in the mood to stick it on, so didn't. Joe Bauer says, I'm going to head off. Thanks, guys, and see you in the next stream. Thank you
very much.
Wonderful to
thank you, Joe. Again.
We'll read from you. I don't need money for food. I have plastic CDs, says who a small collection.
That's me with B&M dollies.
Yeah. I think as well, now that we're at the start of a new year, like even though it means nothing in that sense, but it does feel like we're wiping the slate clean at the same time.
Yeah.
I guess Big Finish tries to pick up again, hopefully. Do you think we will ever get Big Finish Lost Media, subscriber short trips, booklet content, subscriber specials? Do you mean like media that gets lost, or is this stuff that's already technically lost media? I suppose, yeah, because booklet stuff is out of print, isn't it? So
yeah, true, yeah.
Not available anywhere, yeah. Louis says, I've since picked up some from 2023 and hoping to maybe get some of this year's releases after reviews. I've learnt my lesson to be more selective. I only liked half of 2022's releases. Oh, that was Louise again. Yeah, there's...
yeah, I think 2023 was better than 2022.
Yeah, I think they have similar levels.
I think 2022 had more breakout releases where like that's clearly a top 5 release, like Annihilator's Old Friends. Whereas I think 2023 it's all sort of the same level.
Yeah, there's less lower down stuff.
Yeah.
There's less obvious stinkers. I mean, 2023 did pick up in some ways though for certain Doctors, like the 7th. Well, I say that.
Yeah, well,
also just Far From Home at the moment. Not that The Last Day's a stinker by any means, but it's not quite on the same level as Far From Home.
I mean, I like The Last Day, but I think it's got issues.
Yeah.
But I don't want to judge it because it's only half of the thing.
Yeah, you need the other half really at the moment. This stream has reignited my passion for Big Finish after Once a Future. I want to get back into it, especially the backlog. Oh, we're glad we've done that for you.
Good.
Kind of glad, because it now means you're going to be spending more money.
Not for your wallet, but we're happy.
We'll be very sorry for that. But hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to check out and we can give our humble opinion on? Yeah, should check that out. And hopefully we don't give you burnout. Hopefully.
I like to listen within that week, because I don't want to fall behind, because it's like nice weekly events as Super Small Collection. That's understandable. Louise also says I'm working on finishing the last few releases from 51 to 100 that I haven't heard.
That's a weird time in the monthly range. It's a weird time.
So transitional, isn't it, between Briggs and Russell as well? Russell and Briggs.
It's a bit rocky when Nick started, but it finds its feet when it gets to like the trilogies again.
Yeah. Media that gets lost, like Sapphire and Steel and other releases. Sapphire and Steel is definitely counts as lost media, doesn't it? Because you can't get that anywhere. I mean, that's sort of a win for piracy in a way. Because it's like you can't get it anywhere else anyway, because it's like lost in the crevice between licenses, really. Be nice if Big Finish could get that sorted out, just up as a download bundle. But yeah, it does show like how fragile some download stuff can be, or all download stuff, really.
Yeah.
That's the point. No short trips this year so far. Yeah, that's true.
To be fair, they could easily be announced.
Yeah, I would.
Because they're download only, so it's not going to be like a surprise torture drop on the day. Like, is it Sigil? Is it?
Yeah, that was one. Although that was already, it was available for pre-order, wasn't it? But that's one. Yeah. Whereas this isn't. Nothing's up for pre-order there. But short trip seems like an odd one. It seems like one of those ranges that they're trying to keep going through the box set format, but it just seems to be limping on and not.
I think the box set format's kind of hindered it.
Yeah, because it's no longer a monthly little treat, is it? It's now just one big drop and then you're done for your year.
Because there's short trips I want to pick up from those collections, but I don't want the full thing.
Yeah, same. I mean, to be fair, we're saying this. We have just had the subscriber short trip released a couple of days ago.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and that's got a beautiful cover.
Very good cover, yeah.
Very different. That's by Tom Newsom as well. I mean, I'd love it if he does the Sixth Doctor covers going forward. Yeah, but yeah, that's a very special cover there. Yeah. Why not? Maybe we'll see Volume 13 at some point. I mean, maybe they'll go back to monthly releases again.
Yeah, it could do.
Maybe just down to 6 a year this time instead of the whole 12 would be a better way to go. Starshore says, I want to check out more Third Doctor Adventures. I've only got volumes 4 and 5. Also more Fourth Doctor Adventures. Any recommendations? Third Doctor Adventures Volume 7, definitely.
Yeah.
And Annihilate. You've got Annihilators, haven't you, Starshore one? You're a big Second Doctor fan, I swear you have got Annihilators.
I mean, it's the best season 6B stuff.
Yeah. I mean, and Kaleidoscope as well.
Kaleidoscope.
That's the best season 6B stuff. I'm saying that's another recommendation.
That's one where I think benefits multiple listens, because it's one where you listen to it and go, I wasn't sure what it was going for. You listen to it again with the context, you're like, oh, this is a lot of fun. It's great.
Yeah. I mean, Fourth Doctor Adventures, Syndicate Master Plan, if you've not got that one.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, Sinestral Kill's a bit of a rocky start, a rocky opener, but once you're beyond that, it's really strong stuff throughout. And you got your Master Plan tied.
I enjoyed last year's Fourth Doctor. Angels and Demons in particular. That was a great box set.
Solid stuff there. That whole run is the most consistent Fourth Doctor Adventure. It's been a long while.
Probably since Series 8. I'd say.
Yeah. Like, not always the strongest stories, but just no real duds in there at all. Just a nice change, because so often you get box sets where it's your amazing story, like the Ravencliff Witch, paired with the less amazing Blood on the Blood of the Time Lords.
I mean, Chase for Night, and then you've got like Purgatory 12. Chase for Night's worth it. I like that one a lot.
To be fair, I don't think Purgatory 12 is that terrible. I think Series 9 overall's pretty solid. But yeah, Purgatory 12's the weakest. I
mean, the Fourth Doctor could have just left Adric on that asteroid and be fine.
Now,
all right.
Might have worked out better for Adric as well.
Yeah, he could have been actually crashing on.
They love to tease a happy ending for Adric, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, there's so many times he's like, offered the chance to stay behind and be with this girl or something who he's met in Iceland, and it's like, no, I'm going to keep traveling with you so I can blow up one day.
This is excellent news, Doctor.
The fact we technically have like 3 companion departures back to back in the first 100 and 1 to 110 monthlies was a choice as if it was a small collection. And then this one said Nick Briggs wanted to clean up and start fresh. Yeah, that's true. Nowadays, when he wants to clean up and start fresh, you don't even get a companion departure. They just get that arc just gets left and either picked up later on or never mentioned again. Oh, I've got 4th Doctor Adventure Series 8. The first 3 stories were not my thing, but I really enjoyed the rest. There we go. So yeah, Series 12, worth a looking. Series 9 as well. Like it. Purgatory 12, not great, but Chase the Night, Planet of Witches, and Quest of the Engineer are all bangers. Solo, Series 2 and Series 5 appeal to me the most. Also, Series 9 Volume 1, as I've got Volume 2. Yeah, Series 9 Volume 1's got Chase the Night, so... Yeah. Series 5, pretty much all of that is really brilliant. Except for the finale.
I really like Series 2, but I think that's mainly because hindsight of it only being Mary Tam's only series with Tom, it just becomes quite special. And you kind of savor every story for it, really.
Super Small Collection, Boy That Time Forgot gives me trauma.
From when I listened to it, I didn't mind it. But
that was the first Big Finish recast, wasn't it?
Yeah, technically. I guess, yeah, it would be. No, sorry. 4th Doctor in Kingmaker.
Oh, yeah. But isn't that kind of like a weird... There's a reason for that, though, isn't there? Although there might be with Boy Who Time Forgot. I don't necessarily know.
Well, you'll have to pick that up as well for the tier list. Oh, dear.
Maybe not. Ben is the only Boy That Time Forgot fan.
I know, people shouldn't forget it.
Yeah, I've got most of Philip Hitchcock Presents Enough Said, a stylish one.
You poor person.
Oh dear. That's I don't again. There's like some high highs, but then really rough points as well.
Oh,
like,
God
you
of
wonder,
Phantoms.
How can this story start so strong and then just wait? What did I miss a scene? What's happening?
Yeah,
Why is this like this? It's that love-hate thing with Mark Platt. Luke can't afford it because he's too busy buying Star Cops for the next while.
Luke is single-handedly keeping Star Cops afloat, and that's why they keep making it.
I suppose it seems like I'm a big Star Cops hater. I just...
Do you even know what a Star Cops is, Luke?
The only good story was Genesis Chamber, and I still fall asleep during it. Oh, I think Genesis Chamber is my least favourite of them.
What is your favourite?
One of the first two, maybe Devil's Armada.
Yeah, I'd say that's my fave.
But Ghost of Gralstead is brilliant for 4
parts.
Part
5. Part 5, just like why are we doing this? Why have we gone to Africa randomly?
It's Victoria in Ice Warriors. Oh no, not Africa.
Oh jeez.
And then, Part 6 is also a mess.
That's another thing I was surprised. How many Deborah Watling Big Finisher are? There's not that many because there's a sale
8?
right now.
8 was it?
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Very small, a small amount.
She only did the Black Hole from the early adventures. There you go. We can recommend the Black Hole. Not to you, Star Trek. You've already got it. But to anyone who hasn't.
I mean, the Sontarans for $2.99. That's a real good one.
So her last one was the Story of Extinction.
I didn't mind that one. I found that quite beautiful.
Yeah, that was nice. So how many are? Oh, wait, no, 7 results. So she only did 6 in the end. The Great Space Elevator, The Emperor of Eternity, Power Play, Black Hole, and Story of Extinction.
And then you've got Freeze the Crowd.
But not as Victoria, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Auntie. There we go. So, yeah, wow. That's even less than Richard Franklin did then. Shall we start wrapping things up?
Yeah.
Any final questions in you wish to have answered now?
Because I've got to get up for work tomorrow.
Yeah. Ghosts of Grausted Part 5 is different because Mark Part 4, 6-parter must change at some point, like Seas of Death, to stay fresh. I agree with the logic. I don't think it worked in practice.
Yeah,
lad. Like, especially when you change from a random part. Like, you've got it feels all serialized up until then with the first 4 parts where it's been the same story, but then randomly you got a sidestep before going back to the main story in part 6. I see the thought behind it, but it feels like, you know, the natural flow of the story is being turned against itself there. Who's the big finish this year? Despite all that slagging off of Philip Hinchcliffe Presents, I wouldn't mind a Philip Hinchcliffe Presents with 4th Doctor and Sarah. I don't know. We for punishment. We see them announced, we get our hopes up, and then we get them crushed. What
just to be really solid. Just to have a few breakout releases and some nice surprises along the way.
Yeah, that's it really. So I just want to ask, most surprising and most disappointing release last year. Ooh. Return of Joe Jones maybe is most disappointing.
Yeah, that's the one I was sort of at the most hype for, and soon got diminished with Supernature.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of thinking James Warwick McCrimmon as well, but I don't think I had much hype going into that anyway. So
yeah, what other things were last year?
What's the most? I mean, Far From Home was a surprise.
That's true.
Just how good that one was. Yeah.
Maybe say Traveling Hope, because like Ninth Doctor. Or no, maybe River Song actually. A Friend of a Family, because I don't think I expected that to be like a real banger #1 story.
I expected it to go either way, because I think with one that long, we either need something very, very good, or, you know, even if it's just average, because of how long it is, it'll feel that much worse. So yeah, I expected it to go either way, but even then, it exceeded my expectations. Love Friend of the Family. I will be praising that again when we do our 2023 tier list. Yeah, that'll be coming relatively soon once we've listened to the last few releases, so that we're fully prepared to record that one. Taylor says the best part of Ghosts of Grausted is the device called the Corona, which is mentioned almost 100 times. Let's say listening to that post 2020 was strange, lol. Oh, I can imagine. Louise said, I'm in the US, so price increases have been a big hindrance to me, especially with older stuff that I can get close to. I could get close to $40.
Does the discount work overseas, do you think? What your little tidbit?
I doubt it, I'm afraid.
Because like if it does, then
I mean, it's small help. Yeah, every little helps. And yeah, you probably just need to put 2 releases on, and it's over $50. So
yeah, and then get a bit of a discount on it.
Yeah, hopefully that'd work. Yeah, worth looking into. But I kind of have a suspicion that it doesn't work overseas. Give us Ben and Polly and 2. Oh, I love that in the Dead Star. That's great there. That's how to get me hyped for the Super Small Collection. In 2022, I think it was honestly Unbound Doctor of War 2 that killed my interest in Big Finish. Then I listened to Bernie Simple Blood and Steel since I reordered it. So a high note. Ooh, I agree.
I mean,
I didn't even bother to pick up Doctor of War 2 after Doctor of War 1.
I see. I bundled both of them, so I was kind of in it for the long ride. And
you never listened to it all, did you? You listened to the first one. That's it.
Yeah, and I was like, that's enough. That's what I mean. I think there was more stinkers in 2022. I think.
Yeah, Doctor, especially when you think how much potential something like that has, and then for it to just be whatever on earth it was. Like again, that's something where it feels like each writer's tried to do their own thing, so it's not really a series. Like it's that alternate idea versus how well done the 11th Doctor Chronicles are at being an ongoing series. I'm feeling like one singular vision. I'm hopeful after 12th Doctor Chronicles and Sontaras vs. Rutans that Big Finish will plan out arcs. Yeah, the thing Sontaras vs. Rutans has going for it over Once a Future is that Once a Future very much felt like, because of how much of a logistical nightmare that seemed to be, it was all, however many they could get in studio. Scenes were like written with not a specific Doctor in mind sometimes. Like, stories changed which Doctor we're going to have. Things were juggled around depending on who was available. Sometimes you just had a certain amount of actors available, so you're like, right, let's throw them into this story and make it work. It's almost anti-art, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the vision leading the rest of it. It's the rest of the logistics leading the vision, which is unfortunate. Yeah, whereas at least with Sontaras versus Rutons, I mean, Kariz coming back was Lizzie Hopley, the writer of the first story, Battle of Giants Causeway, wanting him back. It was a Big Finish going, oh, can you include him? Not that would necessarily be too bad, because obviously they've asked her to include the 8th Doctor, and presumably Charlie as well. And I mean, ultimately, sometimes you are going to need those logistical things, because you can't have someone writing a story with Evelyn in or something, and a Big Finish turning around and being like, we're not going to recast her.
Yeah, we can't do that.
You do realise Maggie Stables is no longer with us. Louise says, do you know if the Early Adventures range is confirmed to be discontinued? Yeah, I think that's been confirmed, hasn't it? I think it's been written into the podcast. Nick Briggs has said that's how it said.
Which is a shame, really, because it's a really good range of stuff.
It's another odd one, because it's sort of like, you have Daughter of the Gods, so it seems like the perfect endpoint, and then suddenly it randomly continued for 2 releases, and then went away again. I think, again, it was just 2021 where it was like a fill the void year between monthly range ending and relaunch beginning.
Yeah.
I think it's put on definite hold now, says Super Small Collection, due to both 60s Doctors having their own ranges now. Yeah. But Early Adventures, so many good stories in that range. And I love the narration as well. I think it works so well within it. That's something I've really enjoyed re-listening to Dark Occupation of Winter and seeing like the insight that provides, the way it helps the scenes flow. It never drags them down. You never feel like you're just being stopped and paused to have things described to you. So it's always written so wonderfully. Almost no bad early adventures. That's a stylish one. Yeah, I think so. I think when they hit, they really hit.
Yeah, there's not. I mean, after the Daleks, but that doesn't really feel like an early adventure.
It feels more like a spin-off that isn't a spin-off. Surprised they kind of cut off the early adventures, as it means you have to wait to hear other companion teams as invisible collection. Yeah, that's also the funny thing, is that the variety we got within the early adventures. Like in one series, you'd jump between so many different companions, wouldn't you?
Whereas... I mean, Series 5 felt like its own sort of mini series.
Like very different and very fun. I mean, I love Stephen, Vicky, and the First Doctor as a team. And I think Series 5, the early adventures, very much helps with that. But yeah, anyway, Ben's got to get up for work tomorrow.
I have. I'm enjoying this too much, is the thing.
Yeah. I feel like now is probably a good time to call it a night. And say thank you all for joining us for this a different stream, but it's been wonderful.
It's been great to catch up.
A lot. Yeah. But all good things come to an end. You know, we're doing a Alfie Shaw here.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. But we'll be back. This isn't a one-night thing. We'll be back at some point.
Yeah, and so many more pre-records to come. As we say, season 26 ranked is out on
Sunday,
the
7th. 7 for 7.
Fittingly enough. So that's where we'll see you next time. Please like, subscribe. Thank you to all those of you in the chat. Thank you all to those of you who are lurking
or watching on replay. Thank you for sticking to it this long. If you've been doing the ironing, washing, your household jobs, I hope we've kept you entertained for this long.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, that's I feel like we'd be doing a bad job if we hadn't. But we've enjoyed ourselves, so that's the main thing. As we said with Stephen before, that's the main purpose of the human endeavor. Or actually, that was Nick Pietnik in the comments.
Yeah, it was,
Stephen summed up the entirety of the human endeavor there with that comment about at least we're entertained ourselves. So, yeah. Fun times have been had.
Fun times, and plenty more fun times to be had in the future. Plenty more exciting things.
Yeah, we've talked about lots of upcoming plans here, haven't we? Teasers. Yeah. And we'll do our best to make sure all of those actually come to fruition.
That's a goal. That's a goal. We'll do it.
Yeah. But anyway, hope you all take care of yourselves. Hope you've all had a happy new year as well.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Yeah. Fingers crossed that it's a better one for Big Finish.
Yeah, it's looking bright, and I'm optimistic for
better. It. It's not like last was a bad one or anything.
Oh, I think I prefer last year to 2022.
There we go. We're on an upward trend.
Yeah.
And things looking exciting. So, goodbye, everyone. Good night.
Bye-bye.